Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Like I always say, I know y'all like Kiki, you say that every Saturday, but it's true. Every Saturday, I hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. So look, first I gotta apologize about changing the topic. Y'all know I don't like to do that. You know I like to stay true to form. Like whatever I promise you, I like to do it. You know, I like to be true to my word. But I heard something really, really sad. And it just messed me up. You know, it just I heard like two really sad things back to back. And it was just like bam bam. And I was like, oh, and then I just started thinking, about life and how, like, my grandma used to always say, tomorrow's not promised to anybody, anybody. So she always said, you have to live today like it's your last day, like it's your last day. And, you know, that was like the first thing that came to my mind when I heard this news. And, then when I watched her video, because I'm talking about a YouTube content creator, her name is Just Vlogs. And I know y'all know who she is because that's that lady who made the video about the flooding. Her house was like falling apart and the walls was crashing down. That's her. So hold on, let me back up. Let me do a fair use because I need to show y'all who I'm talking about. Because when I saw it was her, I was blown away because I just can't believe it. And when her husband, man, it's just unbelievable. So hold on, let me do fair use. So fair use, y'all. This is all fair use. Everything I'm saying is public information. All right. And I'm sharing it with you guys to educate you guys about how valuable life is and how we should not waste time on relationships, situations, or anything that does not serve us. Because if it does not serve us well, then we don't need to be there. Because that time you spent there, you will never get it back. Never. So that's why I'm doing this show tonight. That's why I'm using these videos, because I'm using these videos as examples. These two ladies I'm talking about tonight, what they're going through is real life. This is real time information. And we need to take these situations and learn from these situations. Not just sit up, talk about it, and look at it as gossip, because there's nothing to gossip about. This is real life. This is real life. So this is fair use. Again, these videos, I'm using them for educational. And tonight I'm using them mainly for education and commentary purposes, because I'm going to educate you about this subject and then I'm going to comment on it. Okay. And again, I advise you to go look at these videos, to go do your own research so you can learn for yourself. Don't believe anything anybody says. Go look it up for yourself. And I forgot, y'all, I did a whole script and I'm not even following it. Wow. All right, so we're having a serious conversation tonight. Tonight, I'm sorry, let me slow down. Tonight, we're having a serious conversation. If you ever thought about traveling abroad for love, like these passport grannies, and you see these relationships and you're curious about them, and you think, oh, I'm lonely here, but I can go to Africa like Kenza, and I can get me a little young dude, and I can be happily ever after. Well, that's what this show is tonight, to enlighten you that stuff is fairy tales. All right. And it doesn't end with, and they all lived happily ever after. Unfortunately, it doesn't end like that. So, then you are definitely in the right place if you want to know about all of this stuff. All right. Because we're talking about this tonight. And what I'm about is getting into the real truth of what we see. Okay. Because what you see on YouTube is not real. It's not. Some people are real, but most people, they're not real because, again, they're selling a product. And I forgot who was saying, oh, somebody sent me a video. And it was a lady who was saying that. I'm going to post the video on my community channel. But she was saying that these YouTube people are selling you a product. And you got to remember that. You just like I told you, they have a hidden agenda. Everybody does. My agenda is to teach you how to look for the truth in every situation. No matter how ugly it may be, no matter how beautiful it may be, no matter how average it may be. Look for the truth. So that's what we're talking about tonight, and that's why we're talking about this tonight. Okay, because we're not just talking. Now, y'all know who this is coming in here making all that noise. Okay, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Yep. So, y'all know who that is. But anyway, so tonight, that's what we're talking about. We're getting into some real truth. We're talking about, what can happen to your relationships, because both of these are what we're talking. Both of these situations are what can happen to your relationships, and you're not prepared for it, because we're not just talking, we're getting into the truth. Okay, so before we start, just like I said, go ahead and wait a minute, let me make sure I'm in the right place. Okay, so I did the fair use. Did I do the fair use? Opinion. Let me do opinions. Okay, y'all, the opinions on this channel, everybody has an opinion, okay? So it's not necessarily my opinion. It doesn't mean I agree with it. It doesn't mean like I support that. It just means it's their opinion, all right? And my opinions is not a fact. It's what I think and what I feel about the fact. The video is the fact, all right? That is the image that I am reacting to, but the reaction is my thinking and my feeling, which makes it my opinion, okay? So it's not law. It's just what I think and what I feel. So everybody else is what they think and what they feel also. All right. So please be mindful of that. Also, I think that's it. Did I say opinions? I said and then alleged. Sometimes we talk about criminal activity. We talk about illegal things. So remember, everything on this channel is alleged. All right. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure you like the video. And if you think you need to share it, please share. This needs to be shared. And I don't know why my information is coming up blue tonight, but sometimes it does that on this StreamYard stuff. But anyway, all right, y'all. So we got all that out the way. So tonight, let me tell you, I was talking to one of my friends. Because, during the week, I don't get to talk to nobody. I don't get to see people. I don't get to do anything. So I don't get back to seeing to YouTube stuff until like Saturday. So I'm going through my messages and I'm looking through my messages and I see all this information that I've been missing. So I said, wait a minute, let me go on YouTube and see what's going on. So let me get to the script. Oh, no, hold on. Let me get to the script. Before we get started, okay, we did all that. All right, and tonight we're going to start on a serious note. But before we do that, I need to get y'all comments so I don't get lost because it's a lot already. All right. Life Without Limits is saying hello. What does that say? Oh, Married to a Gambia. Hi, lady. How you doing? She's saying hi. Hey, Rosie. She's saying hi, y'all. And Rosie saying, y'all, please hit the like button as you come into the room. As you come into the house, hit the like button, all right? Michael is saying, is that Michael? Michael is saying hi to everybody. Hey, Michael, thank you. And African Goddess is saying hi. Hi, African Goddess. DJT is in the house, and she's saying hi to everybody. Ting K is here. African Goddess is saying, are we talking about Nana? Yes. What? African Goddess, what? Let me look over here on this screen. Are we talking about Nana? I can't pronounce his first name. Ghanaian fetish priestess and spiritualist. Is he a fetish priestess and a spiritualist? Is he? I don't know what he is, girl. I just seen his video. I've seen his video. And I know he come on our channel sometime, but I don't know. Is that what he is? Because if that's what he is, she really need to listen to this dude because he know what he talking about. Because with the stuff he's saying, it was just it was we about to go through it. And this is his own, because see, it's like when you ask other Black Americans about Black Americans, they can tell you about other, and we don't even have to know them. We can look at them. We can look at them and we can talk to them and we can tell you like what class they're from. We can pretty much sum them up just like that because we recognize each other. So it's the same thing with Ghanaians. It's the same thing with Gambians. It's the same thing with Nigerians. They recognize each other. They know. They can look at it, and you know what? They can recognize each other so well. Let me tell you what someone from Mali told me. His tribe is the Bambara tribe, right? And he told me it's this one tribe. He said their ethnic group stuff runs so deep that he said the Bambara tribe used to enslave this other tribe. Okay? And he said, even to this day, even though that doesn't exist anymore, those people know that they were the slaves of the Bambara people. And he said, no matter where they go, no matter what they do, when a Bambara is around, they know. They know they could be the head of whatever company, but they know in the Bambara world in Mali, they're a slave to these people. So this is how deep this ethnic identity runs in these Africans. That's why I'm telling y'all, they say it's class now, but this is kind of like a caste system. Once you're in here, it's very hard to get out. I don't care how much. That's why they like to come to America, because they can come to America and they can, we don't know about who was the slaves and who was what group. We don't know about any of that. We don't know who was who slaves. We don't know that, but they do. And they don't ever forget that. Because the same dude I'm telling you about, his father was a Supreme Court judge in Mali, right? So his first wife, which the guy I know, which is his mom, she was Bambara. The second wife, all right, she was from the group where they had enslaved. And the whole family was so upset about that because he felt like, how could you do that? How could you bring this woman who's basically nothing into our house? Yeah, that's how deep this stuff is. And it caused a big division in that family, a big division in that family. To this very day, there's still a big division. But the poor man has passed away. And of course, the lady, she left, the one that was that they said could be nothing more than their slave. She left and they gave her some money and she was gone. So I say that to say that this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. These people know what they're doing. So when they see you with one of these people, they know what it is. And when they warn you, because a lot of times they won't even say anything. And that's the thing about it. When they say something about it, you need to listen. Because most of the time, they don't talk about their stuff. They won't tell us. They'll know it's wrong, but they ain't going to tell us. They're not going to turn on one of them for us. So when one of them come and tell us, oh, you better make sure I'm sitting there listening. I'm listening to everything they got to say. And if this man is really a fetish priest and a spiritualist, oh, I'm really listening because I want to know what he got to say. Because y'all don't realize the roles that those people play in that society. In that society to this very day. And if that type of person is going on YouTube and warning you, he was warning this woman. I mean, and he was telling the secrets, telling you what to look for. They don't do that unless they take you into their heart, y'all. They got to take you in and they got to feel something for you before they even do that. Because most of the times Africans just be like, whatever, you on your own. I'm not turning on my people for you. So I don't know what he is, African goddess. I just watched his video. I actually watched a couple of them after that, and I did subscribe to his channel because he had some good videos on there. So go check him out, y'all. I don't know anything about him other than that. Hey, Steph. Hey, Miss King. Hey, Steph. It's good to see you guys. Welcome to another Kiki Loves Nigeria. We are glad you're here. Please give the video a like and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Thank you. There's a famous spirit. No, that ain't the same one, girl. No, this one is on YouTube, honey. Just clicked on what was he warning her about, honey, about these relationships. He was basically warning all of us and telling us what to look for. Because I told y'all, we don't know. If they don't tell us, we don't know. He was warning us about this relationship, about being involved with these young men and how these young men want nothing from us but money. And if we don't get out the way fast enough for them to get that money, well, you pretty much know how that goes, right? So that's what we're talking about tonight. All right. So tonight, but before we do that, I want to talk to y'all about something really that's even sadder than Kenza's situation. I want to talk to y'all about this lady named Just Vlogs. And I'm going to show y'all who she is. This lady's husband has passed away. I cannot believe it. So let me show y'all who she is. And I know y'all not going to believe it either. So this is her. Let me go to her channel. Okay. Let me go to her channel. Is this her channel? No, right here. So y'all can really see it. So this is her channel. Y'all remember her? Y'all know who she is, right? The Just Vlogs lady. Y'all remember this lady? She was making the videos about the housing situation in Ghana. And remember how the landlord was trying to play her about her housing situation? I don't know what happened though. But she was her house, the wall came down. Y'all remember that? When the wall collapsed and she was trying to get the man to fix it. It was just horrible. Well, this is her, y'all. And I heard that her husband passed away. And I was like, what? So I said, let me look and see if she said anything about it, right? So I looked through her channel and I didn't see anything. And then I went to her shorts. And that's when I found this video. And I wanted to share with this, you guys. And I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that we remember.
Losing my husband.
I want us to remember this lady, because this lady is really going through a lot right now. So let's check out this video. And her name is Just Vlogs. And unfortunately, this lady has lost her husband. And I can't even believe it. My mind is just blown.
I am the only person that has ever grieved in life. Of course, there are countless individuals who share the same experience. But it's something about grieving that just isolates you and makes you feel as if you are the only person in the entire universe who is experiencing it.
Yes.
And I've gone through many things in life, but grieving someone, a spouse, that has never been my story to tell. Like nobody told me that.
Especially at her age, y'all. This is a young lady. Who would think that? Who would think at her age she would be grieving a spouse? And her spouse looked healthy. He didn't look like a sick young man. He was a young guy. He didn't look sick at all. So how could she ever expect for this to be her story? How? She couldn't. And I'm sure if somebody told her, this is going to be your story, ma'am, she would have said, oh, you're lying. This is not going to be my story. I'm married to a healthy young African man. There's no way this is going to be my story.
Your emotions would be so up and down. One minute I'm happy and I'm feeling like I can conquer the entire universe.
Yeah.
And the next minute I'm one big ball of a crying mess. And then to be in that grieving state and having to show up in life, I just was not ready at all. Life was just starting to make sense for me. Then all of a sudden, I'm right back to square one of just not understanding. One thing that I am learning about this whole grieving process is it never ends.
No, it
You
does.
just some way figure out how to cope with it.
And she's right. It doesn't end. You know, the waves continue to come, but the waves don't come as often, and the waves aren't as excuse me. The waves are not as heavy. Not as intense. When it first happened, oh, the waves are so heavy and so intense. Like, it was so heavy for me that sometimes I would feel like I couldn't even breathe. The waves were the grief waves were so heavy, and it's like she was saying, you feel like you're the only person in this world going through this, and nobody else understands, and you're just isolated by yourself. And it's grief is really a bad it's just a bad thing to go through. It's hard, like she's saying, but it gets better. The waves aren't as intense, and they don't come, I guess, as often, but they still come, and they still hurt. It doesn't go away. I don't think it ever goes away.
And try your best to continue to live life.
Right.
I have never in my life experienced this level of pain.
Yeah.
It's like my whole heart just aches.
Wow.
But at the same time, I know that his spirit is alive and vibrant because energy could never die. But mourning the loss of that body that I once knew,
wow,
it's the worst.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I feel like I am.
Yep. So that's what kind of shook me up. Yes, her husband was African. Her husband was African. Yes. And I do have a video of her husband. Hold on. Let me show y'all this video. He actually did a little acting. And I'm going to see if I can pull this video up for y'all so y'all can see him. Because I couldn't believe it. It's just like I'm just in shock. Hold on, let me see. What was the name of that video? Yeah, I said I was just in shock. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I thought I had that video. Wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to find the video. I can't remember when I got it. Oh, shoot. But, okay, I'm going to have to look for it some more. I can't find it right now. I can't find it right now. I wanted to show it to y'all. Hold on. Maybe this is it. Hold on. I think this is it. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it up here. Okay, hold on 1 second, y'all. I'm going to see if I can get this video so y'all can see what he looked like. Because I couldn't believe it. And then when I was watching the video, I'm like, what? So it's like, you have to, you never know, like, what life is going to bring, or, what happens, what will come your way. You know what I mean? So when I saw that she was going through that, I was really hurt by that, because that's a painful thing this young lady is going through, and then I'm wondering, like, now she's got to face all these. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to mail myself the video. Because YouTube, if it's not like a, hold on, they don't like to, I can't find it. Like, it's hard to find it. So hold on, let me see if I can mail myself this link. But it should be on my YouTube channel and my history. Hold on, let me look at my history and see if I can find it. because I remember. Oh no, I don't see it. Okay. No, y'all, I don't know why this video, I can't find it, but I'm sorry, I can't find it right now. But it's a video of him, and I just wanted you guys to see that this man was a perfectly healthy man. You know what I mean? He looked healthy, but you never know. But anyway, that's not for us to analyze. I'm just here to say that I'm really sorry, this has happened to her, and that she's going through this painful situation, because I know it's very painful for her. And for her to have to, go through this, it's just sad for me. So I wanted to let you guys know that she had lost her husband, and ask you guys to, for the people who pray and who believe in prayer, to, maybe, when you say your prayers, just remember her in prayer, remember her, and ask God to give her some peace, because when you're grieving, that's really what you need. You really need peace. You really need peace. So I'm still trying to get this video, y'all. But so that's what I wanted to show y'all about that. That was just so sad to me. And when I heard that information, and then when I saw her video and saw the videos, I was just really sad for her. And I was like, well, I really want to talk about this. And then I instantly thought about Kenza. And I thought about, why she up here playing with this little boy, and she's not even promised tomorrow. She talking about this hurt, that hurt. She need this check, she need that check. But you playing with your life. Every day you get up, she playing with her life. And then that's when I was like, nah, Black Acres, you gotta wait. You gotta wait. You gotta wait right now, because I gotta get this done. I said I have to do this, because this was just too disturbing for me. So let me get y'all comments on this. Let me see if I can hold on, let me check this, see if this video came through, so I can show y'all his face. Because I like to put the face with the person, with the story, so you can see who we talking about. Hold on. Let me see if this is going to work. Okay, 1 second. All right. No, I don't know why I can't get this video. This is really crazy that I cannot get this video. So let me try one more time, and then I'm going to give up, okay? Then I'm going to have to show y'all some other kind of way, because I ain't going to be able to get it to y'all. So let me try this one more time. Okay, I'm going to send it to myself. All right. Okay, I'm sending it to myself. Now, while I'm waiting for it to come, I'm going to see if y'all got some more comments. Oh, yes. Yeah, remember her? Yeah, wasn't that sad? No, I didn't know that. What about the kids? She didn't say anything about them. I'm going to go watch some more of her videos, but she didn't say anything really about them. She was just saying how she found out. She's just saying what she's going through, how she just, how you just be, when somebody pass away, you just be in that initial shock stage. It just sounds like she's just in that initial shock stage. And I was just like, when I saw it was her, I was like, oh my God, no, not her. Yes, I remember her wall coming down. Gosh, she had young kids. Yes, this is terrible. This is a tragedy. That's why we need some kind of community. You know what I mean? Because this is a tragedy, and everybody needs to rally behind this lady, because she's got little kids and she's going through it. And she's going to go through it for a long time. Yeah, it's so sad. That's what I said. I said, this is horrible. This was true. And you could tell, like, when she would talk about her husband, it was like, you could tell that this was a real relationship. This wasn't no passport granny relationship. age difference is like. I don't know if it is an age difference, but I'm gonna show y'all this video. Okay, this is a video of them, and I believe this was. I think this was just an acting video, actually. So hold on, let me show y'all this. Okay, this is the video I worked so hard to get y'all, so y'all could see. Okay, and one of my friends made this video. Okay.
Hello. Hi,
So this is him, and I think they're doing a skit for, like, my friend makes movies and stuff and videos and stuff, and he was doing this video, this movie. This was like a short movie, and they played in it. And this is him right here with the blue shirt on. This is her husband with the blue shirt on.
Your waiter for today. Is everything okay? Shunt.
Not really. We just had a little argument.
And it's ruining our vacation. Is this what I came here for? I could have just stayed in New York, like seriously.
Amara, you see. You started from the car, now it's here.
Now here because you just watched a little girl walk by. Like, what am I here for? What's the purpose of me being here? You're sitting here and you're watching other women? We're supposed to be on vacation enjoying our time.
Can I get you some water to start with? Excuse me, can I get you some water?
At this point, that's what I need.
He said he wanted a drink.
English. That's what, and he constantly
said, "I need a
disrespects me.
drink.
He
I
goes
don't
through
need
this
no
over and
water."
over again. And now you have the audacity to be
Can you get me some water?
another female, and we're supposed to be on vacation.
Oh, she's a really good actress, isn't she? You think this is real? Oh, this is really good.
Guys, you should chill. We on a vacation.
Give me some water to start with, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Keep running of the tranquil way. He says, "Calm down."
I'm here to ensure you have a wonderful night. Can I get you some your orders ready?
You know what? I will just make things very simple. If I could just get fried rice and grilled chicken, that would be perfect.
Copy that.
You guys have banco and tilapia? Yeah, I would like some banco and tilapia.
At this point, it pensando me a show.
He said, "I want a hot
whatever is
drink."
going on, I really don't
You
understand.
don't even want no food.
Me pesa si mudiamo.
Hear what she said.
And you see the things that I have to deal with. Now you see why I don't want to be in this relationship.
I've drama, all this. Come on.
All right, you can look into this point.
And I've gotten to the point. But sometimes you need to take a vacation to realize who you're dealing with.
So you just take this vacation, so you just
she
have
right
come
about
and
that.
with me.
I refuse to constantly be disrespected by
Disrespectful
a man that I'm supposed to be allowed.
so disrespectful about this.
James, Amara, enough of this. Enough. Get with your foot. Wow. This is supposed to be wild. And so something. Abi, or see look at that. Let's go. So something.
Wait a minute. Do you guys see that over there? You see that? See what?
There she goes stripping. So what's so kakra that we know only chong one
He said
way.
she hallucinates after
Kind of
smoking.
dropping.
Okay, so this is pretty good. So if you guys want to see the rest of this, it's called Rhythm of Wishes. All right. And let me give you the YouTube channel. It's called COU Pro Do You See TV. COU Pro Do You See TV. Y'all see it right here? Let me subscribe to the YouTube channel. That looks like it's going to be pretty good. But this is him. This is the guy who passed away, and he done a little bit of acting, and this was him, and this looks pretty good. So, yeah, that was pretty good acting together. Actually, I thought that was really good. So that's just really sad about Just Vlogs. I hate that for her, and I'm just praying, that God help her and her kids, because the little kids, she got to explain to them where daddy is. I just watched her some time ago. Yep. Teresa says, I feel for her. Yeah, this is awful to have. And then our spouse died. And, but like as you get older, you kind of, and it's time for the passing season. You know what I mean? At some age, you know, when you get older. But when you're younger like that, you don't think about that. You don't think about that. That has not, I can tell you that has not entered her mind. Why would she think about that? Why would she think my kid's dad's going to pass away and I'm going to lose my husband? And I'm, like she said, and now I got to start all the way over again. But I'm not even the same person I was before. Now she's somebody completely different. Completely different than she was before. And now she's got to reinvent this person. But this time, she got 2 little kids. Is it 2, y'all? But I don't know if it's 2, but I know she has little kids that she has to deal with. And she has property in Ghana that she has to deal with. So she's got to go back to Ghana. And when she go back to Ghana, y'all know how it's going to hit her then? Dad. I can't even imagine how she's going to feel then. It's going to be horrible because she's right there in it, you know? This is really bad. Is she still? No, I think she's here. She's here. You know, she's here, but I'm sure she has to. I think she was here when it happened, actually. Oh, Africa Goddess says, oh, her husband was African. She might need to toughen up. She might have some entitled in-laws to deal with. Yeah, she will. Not might, she will. Yeah, and they want to come and take everything. That's their philosophy. The men come and take over everything. I recall they were on one of the boroughs of New York. Oh, so you've seen them in New York before. Wow. Right, African Goddess. Someone will stay. They sure will. So she got to get back there. Steph's African Goddess said, yep, they might all come out of the woodwork, but let's hope the in-laws are nice. Yep, let's hope, y'all. Let's pray that she don't have those problems. Let's pray that everything goes smoothly for her and those kids, because you would think they would like here, it goes to the kids. If not the wife, at least the kids. No, it ain't like that over there. For some reason, it goes to the uncles. Like when my ex's father passed away, everything went to the dang on uncles. And the uncles were supposed to give his mom money every month and pay the kids' school fees. They wasn't doing nothing. But then guess what? When all the kids came to America, guess what? They were obligated to send the uncles money every month. If they didn't send them uncles money every month, honey, they was threatening to put a spell on them. Yep, y'all, please hit the like button. Michael says, I don't think her husband is no, he's not. He was African. He was Ghanaian. She has, oh, does she, Michael? Oh, I didn't know she had that many kids. No, as stated, he was from Africa. Yeah, he was from Africa. If this is the same person. African Goddess, I can't hit the link. I can't, it won't let me do anything with that link. Okay, so send it to me, email it to me. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all him. Is his face on here? Yeah, I think his face is. I don't know if his face on here or not. But anyway, okay. So after hearing that news and some other news, we're gonna do a show about some other sad news. I was just like, oh no, I don't got time to fool with Black Acres tonight. Plus, Black Acres, I gotta study them. I have to really study them. I haven't studied them in a while, and I gotta really be on top of what's going on with them in the past couple of years. I haven't really been on them like that. So I didn't have time to do that this week. And after hearing all this news, I couldn't focus on them. I wanted to talk about this because, like I said, after I heard about Just Vlog's husband, I'm like, Dad, life is really short. Life is unpredictable. Life is nothing that should be taken for granted ever. So that's why I was like, so I'm going to talk about this video. But before we talk about this video, react to this video, I want to show y'all this other video Kenza made. And I watched this video twice because I felt so bad for her. So let me tell y'all what this video is about. Kenza is going to the outing with her and Super Shorty. See, Super Shorty done hustled and came up off of Kenza. See, that's what people will do that don't really care about you. They want to use you. They're going to hustle. We call it hustle and come up. So he done hustled and came up off of her. He doesn't really need Kenza, okay? Because she has turned him on to land selling, land leasing, where she has put him in contact with Americans. Okay. And these Americans will do deals with him. And if you do the deal with him, the money goes to him. You see what I mean? So Super Shorty has been stacking his money because Kenza's followers has made sure they've been doing deals with him, and he's been stacking his money. He even has land out there. The man who owns that land gave them land out there for selling this land, for leasing this land to us, for targeting us, and for selling us this land. They got parcels of land. So this young boy has this land out there. He has this car now, and he has his own money. He doesn't need Kenza for anything except to get more money. Other than that, he has no use for her. So what really drove that home for me was when I watched this video. And I remember Kenza saying, you know, how she left to America because she was lonely. Because see, after your kids get grown, you know, and you're home, they call them empty nesters. It is lonely. You can become lonely. So you got to find something positive to occupy your time, because, you know, you're used to being with your kids, but they don't need you. They're grown now. So you got to find something to occupy your time. You know, go to school, get a job where you know it's something that's going to occupy your time, but you can't just sit around and wallow in those waves of emotions, okay? Because then you'll become anxious and you'll become depressed. And then you start doing things you would never do, like selling your house and everything you got and traveling to Ghana and living in Ghana and going there for a boy that hasn't even graduated from high school. This child doesn't even have a secondary education. I guarantee you that. And this woman has sold everything to go be with someone like that. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how? Because we're dealing with a country where there's no mandatory autopsies. They consider 40 old. They consider 40 old. So at 40, if you just don't wake up one day, guess what? You think somebody's going to do an autopsy on you? You think somebody's going to question it? You think somebody's going to do a tox screen on you? No. They're not. They're going to say, oh, they were just old. And that's what happens when you get old. What do they say? It's life. It's life. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. And the problem with this is that this lifestyle is presented to us like it's the cure-all and it's the be-all for loneliness. It's the prescription for loneliness. Go to Ghana, get you a Ghanaian man, a young Ghanaian man. He's going to love you, take care of you. Look at E.S. and Ben Man. Look at E.S. and Prince Ayoko. These are the realities of these relationships. And now look, she's an older woman, older single woman, traveling here, there, and everywhere, looking like a fool. Looking like a fool, wanting us to believe that she's living her best life. And guess what? Fools will follow her, and fools will believe her. And that's why we have to keep making videos for the fools. Because you know what? Everybody's going to be judged one day. And when they stand before God, they're not going to be able to say, well, God, I didn't know. I didn't know that people would use you like this. Because God's going to say, no, 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 no. Yes, you did know. Because there were people putting the word out. There were videos out about this. There were people talking about this. There were people warning you about this. But you disregarded all that. You didn't care about any of that. You wanted to fulfill the self. He wanted to fulfill the ego. Who wanted to feel like he was what, 20 years old again? I don't ever want to feel like I'm 20 years old again. Never. I'm quite content feeling the way I feel right now in my life. So this is what happens. And then they put this message out on YouTube, and then you see her friends like Next Level Vision, she another one, come following her there, all giddy and silly, making us look stupid to the whole world. And that puts us all in danger. Because you know what? Like somebody told me in those churches in Ghana, they're telling them young boys, go get them older Western women and use them for everything they got. And that's what's happening. And instead of people like Kenza saying, y'all, he don't ever be here. He don't ever do nothing with me. He ain't never around me. This was all a lie. He promised me this. He promised me that. But what he gave me was nothing. And it's so dangerous for me to be living out here by myself alone, especially at night during the rainy season. Because y'all know what happened at night during the rainy season? That's when all the break-ins occur. Yeah. You know why? Because they can't hear, you can't hear anything with the thunder and the lightning. So it's very dangerous for her to be where she is by herself. But is she telling us that? No. She's still making us think life is wonderful for her and this 20-something-year-old who's never had anything. And that's dangerous, to be with somebody who's never had anything, because they're going to look at you as everything. And if you don't believe me, like I always say, go take a look through my channel. All right, if she was smart, she'd have a 20-year term on Ufufu. What is it? What are you talking about, team member? But hey, team member. So hey, let me show y'all the video. We're going to talk about this video. This is the video I'm talking about. And when I saw this, I was just like, wow, this woman is just being played like a fool. And she wants us to believe that life is good. But why? Why do you want us to believe life is good? We're not stupid, but some people are. Y'all, some people are really stupid, though. Some people, I'm telling y'all, some people don't have wisdom. We cannot assume because this person is her age that this woman has wisdom. Because I'm thinking, well, shoot, old as she is, she should know better. But no, age, no, that don't mean you're wise. It just means you grew up. It just means you aged, but you didn't mature. And this is what gets us all in danger, because guess what? They think we're all like them. They think we're all like them. No matter who you are, no matter where you come from, the Passport Grannies has made us women from the West look so bad and so desperate and so lonely that they all feel like they can step to us like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. But the reality of the situation is that if you think like that song, what's his name, y'all? I forgot his name, but the song is, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. That's Kenza's situation. You thought you was lonely in America? Oh no, wait till you get to Ghana. Wait till you get to Ghana and you stuck there and that young boy ain't got no use for you. And he gonna show her in this video. He ain't got no use for her. And if she couldn't read this side, she didn't care. I realize in this video, Kenza don't care. This boy gonna use her up. So you know what? We're gonna use her for an example of what not to do. So I'm warning y'all, don't do this. If your man, you think is your man, if he's treating you like this is a good example of when somebody could care less about you. All right, now I'm about to put this video on because this was unbelievable. This was just unbelievable. Now she's all dressed up. Now look how this is an older woman. This is not a 20-year-old. When you are an older woman, you need support underwear. Okay, you do. You need good shape wear, starting with the bra. Starting with the bra. All right. So I don't know why they get to Ghana and these older women who boobs hang down to their stomachs don't want to wear no bra. That's the first thing that mind boggles me. Why you don't wear the proper underwear? So she going out with, I don't know what she got on underneath there. I guess it's a little tube top. But anyway, the boobies is all the way down to the stomach. She got on some little tight pants that she can't pull up all the way. You know, it's just, the whole thing is inappropriate. Grown women don't dress like this in Ghana. Grown women, so they're already going to look twice at her because of the way she dresses. And that's why they feel like we don't have no respect for ourselves, so why should they respect us? Because if we had respect for ourselves, we wouldn't even dress like that. Now, she think this is okay. She been in Ghana long enough to see how these women dress. I remember when I went to Gambia the first time I went, and I went during the Ramadan, and I was dressed. I didn't wear nothing like that, though. I had on a shirt with a bra. But I did have on some white, like some short knee pants. But I don't wear short shorts. They were to my knee. So in this country, those would be considered conservative, right? But I remember I was at the Bonjour market, and everybody was looking at me. And they were looking at me like they felt sorry for me. And I'm looking like, why are they looking at me like this? So we get in the car, we go back home. He wasn't my husband then. So I asked him, why is everybody looking at me like that? And he said, oh, it's because of the way you're dressed. And I'm like, what do you mean? What's wrong with the way I'm dressed? He said, it's Ramadan and you don't dress like that during the Ramadan. He said, people dress, more conservative. And I noticed that the women were not dressed like me. I noticed that. And then after he told me that, I really started paying attention to that. And that's when I went into the market because the clothes were cheap. And I went and just bought me a whole line of dresses. Okay. So that's all she has to do is just go buy her the proper clothes. She knows the proper etiquette. She knows the proper dress code. She doesn't want to do that. She wants to think she's 20 years old. So she wants to dress like that. Further causing more further disrespect to us as Western women. Because again, these people aren't going to judge us on an individual basis. They're going to judge us as a whole group. They're going to judge us as a whole group, and they're going to think we're all like her.
Hello, YouTube. It's your girl, Tinta Babe. Yes, I'm leaving the compound again. I'm leaving the compound. I'm heading to Marlene's Beach Resort. And I'll bring you little clips. Not much, but little clips.
Look, she's limping really bad now. See, this is what I'm talking about. She's limping really bad now where we can notice it. But does she come home to America to get that taken care of? No. She too big. She can't leave that 20-year-old dude. I'm telling y'all. Yeah, okay, we was all 20 in our 20s. Y'all know what it's like to be with a 20-year-old. We were with 20-year-olds when we were in our 20s, and y'all know the games they play. Okay? Y'all know the games the 20-year-olds play. They still playing them same old games, but the games is probably worse now. But either way it go, they playing them 20-year-old games. So you mean to tell me you in your 50s and you in your 60s and you want to be bothered with 20-year-old games? Nah, that's what this fool dealing with. 20-year-old games.
Because I'm going there to enjoy myself.
Look, she limping, can't taking care of herself so she can chase Super Shorty. so she can chase him. But guess what? She ain't stopping Super Shorty from doing nothing, because he's showing her in this video, whatever I want to do, I'm going to do it to your face. He's sitting there. I'm going to show y'all how to, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's really black. Hey, Super Shotty. And we're going in the fast car.
Super Shotty, I love Super Shotty. Oh, Super Shotty's so good.
We're going in the fast car because of the AC.
No, we're going in the car because that's Super Shorty's car, and he's going in his car. He's not riding in your car anymore. He has no use for you at this point, because all he needed from her was the car. Ladies, pay attention. Men, pay attention. He got his own car now. He don't need her no more for no rides. He got his own car that's better than her car. As you see, he ain't fixing on her car. He ain't taking her car to get it fixed no more. He wiping down his car. Now, we ain't taking it because of the AC. We taking it because it's his car, Kenza. You can't even tell the truth about that. Now, look at all this. All of this needs to be, look, that's just,
AC, man.
Look
It's
at
hot
that.
out there. AC. There's your boy.
Look, there's your boy, Super Shouty. There's your boy. That ain't nobody's boy but your boy, Kenza. Quit, and he ain't even your boy.
Hello, guys.
Look, this dude, I know this dude was not educated because he can't even speak English. He can't even speak. His English is horrifying. So that's a big sign. If you meet somebody who speaks English like that, that dude has not been to school, and that is not nobody on your level, and that is not anybody you need to be talking to. But I'm going to put Nana on in a minute, and he's going to break it down to you, because for some reason, people think I'm making this up off the top of my head. Oh, no. I could never be doing that. Now look at her. This is an immature, insecure woman. This is a grown ASS woman. She got the camera on herself. Nobody want to see your face, Kenza. Nobody want to see her. What we want to see is what she's looking at. But what's important to Kenza is Kenza. Kenza wants to be beautiful. She wants to be admired, and she wants to be loved. So she plays these little games. And one of the little games is, I'm Kenza, the 20-year-old, beautiful, social media influencer. Look at this. Look. Now look at this. No bra. Oh, they're on the road. Let me go past all that. They on the road. He driving his car all fast. They going to the thing, going to the Marlins Hotel. All right, so they go the back way. They get there. Now they at the Marlins Hotel. He's parking his car now.
Okay.
This is so dangerous.
The Marlins lobby.
So she goes. So I guess this was.
You could play golf.
I'm under the impression that this was a date, right? Her and Super Shorty was going out. Oh no, this was not a date. Let's look.
Here is the little mini golf course.
Again, filming herself. Where's your boyfriend, ma'am? I thought you was there with your boyfriend. Where's your boyfriend? Your boyfriend, your husband, your driver, your lover. Where is he at? Oh, he's right there with his friend. Oh, he's right there with his friend.
It's not much going on today like how it was the last time we were here, but I love the palm trees. Quiet.
Y'all see them girls look down when she came around? They probably started laughing.
Not much
So it's two girls sitting there. Y'all, if I was, Lord knows I could never be in this situation, honey, because they laughing. They probably, he laughing at Kenza. He laughing. He telling Super Short, oh, you got her. You got her. She doing everything you say do. And you got this other girl sitting over here waiting on you. There's two females sitting there waiting for them to come. Can y'all believe that? Y'all know how many times I done watched this video? Y'all know how many times, because I couldn't believe it. So let's go.
On today, like how it was.
So y'all know, we was 20. We know what they saying to each other. We know they laughing about her. Dude in the black whispering in his ear, talking about, oh, you came up off of her, and they laughing because that's your grandma. Yeah, they laughing about her. Grandma can't even walk. Grandma limping. Grandma shake everything on grandma, jiggling and shaking when she walking. Grandma don't even have on no bra. Boobies hanging down to her stomach. They cracking the Lord have mercy. Now look.
The last time we were here, but I love the palm trees.
I'm trying to get right to the girl.
Quiet.
See, there's a female here, and there's a female there. Please don't ever let this be you. And here comes Granny, the passport Granny, coming up the rear. He ain't even walking with her, but he going up here to meet two females. I feel like Kanye West on this part. All I can say, you know that song he said, all I wish when I'm in the hood is I wish it would. All I can say is I wish it would put me in this type of situation. All I wish is I wish it would put me in this situation. I can't even believe this. I can't believe it. Y'all see what I'm saying? There's two females right here. Two 20-year-olds. And look how she looking at Kenza. She really looking at Kenza because they want to see what she look like. They want to see what she look like. So they like, let's see what y'all know what she doing because we used to do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to get that call. But look, y'all know. Y'all see what I'm talking about. Y'all, hey, go back to when we was 20. All right. So remember, they out together on a date. She know he playing this old lady, right? The girl know he getting money from this old lady. She know that. She don't care because he's spending the money on her, and he telling her how much he running the show. Because he telling her, I don't care if she is there. You still can come. Yeah, it's some of that. Because y'all see them two females just like I do. So Kenza tried to hurry up and snatch the camera. There's a dark-skinned one right there. That's probably the one who got, and one of them got a baby. And then it's this one, the little brown-skinned one that's looking dead at Kenza. And then watch her flip the camera real fast so we can't see her. See how she switched it real fast? And the girl turned her head because the girl didn't want to be caught staring at her because the girl looked at her friend and they both started laughing. I guarantee ya. Now look at him. Look at this. Look how awkward this is. Is he even leaning anywhere close to her? Like he's with her? No. If you were just looking at this, would you think this was a couple? No. Because remember, the two girls are sitting on the other side, and the other dude is his young friend is sitting in front of him. And she's just there. Why is she there? Again, just keeping the camera on her. Why does she even have the camera on? Because she's not a part of this conversation. So you got to learn, like my grandma say, you got to learn to read in between the lines because she ain't telling us that he's ignoring her. She ain't telling us that there's two females there. She ain't telling us that. She ain't telling us none of that. That there's two 20-year-old females sitting right in front of her this whole time. And why are they there? I thought you was with your man. Why are two other females and a dude there and you looking like the spare wheel, the fifth wheel? I don't get it. But this, ladies, is the reality of these situations. I'm telling you, this is the reality of those situations. Because what is she going to do? What is she? And they look for women like this. They look for women like this. What is she going to do? But sit there and watch it go down.
So I'm having steamboat first as my appetizer with a nice blue cocktail here. Guys, I had seafood pasta, but I forgot to show you guys before I dived in.
So they having a conversation, and this fool was on the phone making a video, having her own conversation. And she trying to tell us that she was lonely in America, but she ain't lonely in Ghana. That's a whole lie. That's the worst type of loneliness, is when you with other people and you're lonely. She's sitting there with her man and then two females and another, her man's friend. And ain't nobody talking to her. They probably ain't even talking English. They probably ain't even speaking English. They're probably speaking whatever language it is that they speak. I guarantee you ain't nobody there speaking English.
It's good, just too much pepper. And a lot of fish. No other seafood. Food had make me sweat, but I enjoy pepper.
Look, this is ridiculous. And people are following her. People are contacting this woman to conduct business for them. How? How can you take this woman as a serious businesswoman? She's sitting there with 4 20-year-olds and she's the fifth wheel, talking to us like she's there by herself, but she's telling us she's living her best life. She's living her best life, and you better come join her in Ghana so you can live your best life too. When she knows she's living her best lonely life, that this life is even lonelier than the one in the United States.
So now I'm sweating, but my songs is playing, man.
Look at this. This is just ridiculous right here.
Live it up, live it up.
Now she's singing, and they sitting here at the now picture that. Come on, get the picture. They sitting there at the table talking, having a good time, having their own conversation. She's not in the conversation. She's having a conversation with her camera, and she breaks out singing with her camera. Yeah. I think that's one of the girls, y'all. I think that's one of them. I think that's the dark-skinned one. I think that's her. Because I seen one of them. Krista was trying not to get him on the camera, but she kept on looking at him. She kept looking at him, so you know I got him on the camera. Look.
I'm done eating.
So now she goes on. She's walking around. She's walking around by herself, y'all. And she but somehow she always brings the camera back to Super Shorty and his friends. I think that's them. Yeah, because there he is. And she's gonna keep showing him and his friends. Look at him. The arrogance, the smugness is unbelievable. I mean, the way he even carry himself is completely different now. Everything about this dude is completely different now. So see there, I told you that was one of the girls. That was one of the girls, and the other girl. Let's go back so we can see him good. Who this fool sitting up here with looking stupid? Ain't no way I'll be sitting up here with this crowd. All right, let's see. We see this. Oh, somebody else done came and joined them. So this wasn't no date for her and him. This is so sad. Look at her. Just looking stupid. All right, so this is a couple right here. So these two are a couple. And then there's them two that's a couple. And I don't see the other girl. Remember the other light-skinned girl? I don't see her. When that first came up there, her, the brown skin one. But heck, I don't know who's a couple. I'm just assuming. I don't know. But I know Kenza ain't coupled with nobody. So she done got up and walked away, y'all. So they was ignoring her so much, she just got up and walked away. And this is supposed to be her good time at Merlin's with her boyfriend. And look how he playing her. Like I told you, if somebody playing you like this, they don't want you. They don't want you. You don't have no use for this woman. None.
Nice. It's about it. And those little private beds. Oh, look, they're so cute.
Ain't nobody here but her. And this is what she sold everything to go to Africa to do. Be even lonelier.
It was cloudy, like it was going to rain. But the rain hold up, and then the rough seas. I did a video here before. Ocean. And
no, we don't want that. I want her to
because I remember
to put the camera back on Shooting Shorty and his friends. While you sitting here lonely, filming, talking to yourself.
Even though it had pepper, I ate it. It wasn't overbearing, but hopefully it doesn't do my stomach anything later.
So why did you eat it?
I'm doing live band anymore. Oh, there's a nightclub.
Hold on.
It had some.
I'll do some voiceover. I'm just enjoying the scenery here at Marlins. There's Super Shadi and his friend coming down the staircase.
See, they had their own little trip.
Enjoying the
and look at her. Look at her.
Live it up. That's what was playing.
Look at her.
And I was enjoying the music here.
This is what she's doing.
I was having
Lord.
Fun there.
Oh, wow.
Live it up. There it is, enjoying. You know why? No chichi man, no.
Wow. While her man sitting there with his friends and them women, and they having a good time, and she walking around, want us to think she having a good time. Y'all think she having a good time? She ain't having no good time. This is fake.
So much music, so
people looking at her laughing.
By the pool and everything, man.
Look at her.
So guys, I'm having a drink called the Erected Nipple. This is my second
See,
one.
that's how you know she's ridiculous. I would have never said that. Classless. I'm stopping there. She's classless. This is the classless lady. All right, so this is what I want to show you. Let me go down here to when they're leaving. Because once again, this dude ain't never with her the whole time. There's one of them in the swimming pool. They ain't doing nothing with her. Look, one of them in the pool. She walking around still looking stupid, spitting, showing herself on the camera.
So I'm here at the Marlins Resort.
Look.
These are the rooms.
Girl, shut up. She's still filming him and his friends.
You can go and just enjoy the beautiful view.
By herself.
Another resort on the other side that they're building. It's by Fete
And look at Super. Look who's sitting across from Super Shotty. She's constantly watching him because how we know, because he's always like all of a sudden he shows up on the camera. She's sitting there, he right here in the swimming pool. Nobody's thinking about Kenza. Please don't let this be you. Ladies, if he's treating you like this, he's not into you. He doesn't want to be with you. He's using you. Kenza looks like a fool. Everyone down here, I can guarantee you, is laughing at her.
And they're super shoddy. They're just chatting with his friends down.
They're super shoddy there, just chatting with his friends, but nobody's chatting with her. I thought they were going to spend time together. I thought they were going to do things. But see, before Super Shorty hustled and came up, it was just them. Remember? It was just them two. It was always just them two doing things together. But now he done came up. It ain't them two no more. Just like he told that dude in that tape I played for y'all, and he said, one day I'm going to come without her. Yeah, he meant that.
Super Shady was just enjoying his friends, and I was just enjoying the scenery of the pool.
Super Shorty was enjoying his friends, and I was enjoying the scenery of the pool. Really? You sold everything you had. You moved to Ghana to live in the Whoville house. A Whoville house that you built. It's not even built. You don't finish. You got like 10 projects going on and you haven't finished not one. And you move all the way there for that. And then you go out with your man and you tell us he having fun chatting with his friends and you were just staring at the pool. This is the life you're living over there? Yeah, this is the reality. He don't want her.
Watching his friend in the pool.
Watching his friend in the pool. That's what she's doing.
That's what
He's a stalker.
Doing up there now, just watching the friend in the pool.
Now look, somebody got their feet on the table. Wow.
Yes.
And look, she's throwing the close up because she want to see. She want to see who is that with the foot on the table. She want to see what's going on.
I had fun.
She had fun, really? Where was the fun, Kenza? Now look at him. Mr. Arrogance and Mr. Smugness, because I done hustled and came up off this old woman. I don't need you, old woman, no more. I done got what I want. Everything else from this point is extra. Look. Smugness. Arrogance and smugness. You would never be in this place if it wasn't for Passport Granny. Okay. Here go the baby. I knew somebody had a baby. Here's the baby. Look. Look at her. Look at this jealous ass. Oh God, I'm sorry. Look at this jealous woman. She's so mad on the inside, she burned it up. She didn't have to put the baby up, put them on the camera, but she wanted to get a good look at her. Look at her. She's mad. She thought it was going to be her and Super Shorty. No. He ain't got no time for you, Grandma. Look.
All good things must come to an end.
And all them silly faces that she make. Look at this. All good things must come to an end. So I've walked around this resort for hours and hours, showing y'all pictures of myself looking silly, acting like I'm 20 years old, while my 20-year-old boyfriend hangs out with his 20-year-old friends, with 20-year-old girls. And I'm so jealous on the inside, I can't even stand it. I bet her blood pressure is so high right now, it's probably triple digits, high and low.
I'm leaving
at the top and the bottom.
The Marlins Resort. Look at Super Shady holding babies.
Look at Super Shady holding babies. Because she want to see what he doing. So that's how she play it off. I'm going to put the camera on him. She probably want to know whose baby is it.
Anyway, and dancing. Look at him. Anyway, I'm leaving the Marlins Resort. We're heading back home. And it's a drive in the dark in the back road.
All right, in the drive in the dark in the back road.
So she
used to do this. And this is how you're going to spend your life too. And you see, she looks back over at Super Shorty to see what they're doing. Now, you want to tell me that this is not a jealous old woman? Yes, it is. That's because she know this boy don't have no use for her. She know what this boy does behind her back. She know dang on well, but she want to come on YouTube and play like it's not what it is. She want to come play in our face. That's what she want us to do, and try to get us to come over there and do the same thing. But she gets some fools to do it, because there's fools like her. And that's why this is so dangerous. So the fool ended up going home, and Super Shorty he's leaving again. You know, he leaves all the time. She talking about he going to school. What school he going to, Kenza? He ain't even graduated from high school. What school he going to? Secondary school? I hope she has family here. She does. She has family in the United States, but not in Ghana. Hey there, London lady. Yeah, I'm glad. No, that's fine. I'm glad you're here. Dara says, how are you, Kiki? I'm fine. Yeah, I know. We don't know how he died, sweetie. She didn't say. I'm gonna look through the videos and see. I was watching one and it came on, and she was saying that the brother called her and told her, but I said I have to watch the whole thing. I'm gonna go back and watch and see if I can figure it out. Steph is saying hi and to welcome to everybody. Rosie says, if Kenza ain't a fool, no, Kenza is ridiculous. She's dangerous. Y'all know, I know that woman know that he playing her, but she the type, she'll keep going in the wrong direction instead of saying, I'm wrong. I made a mistake. Y'all do not do what I do. Do not do what I did. Do not come down here with these young boys thinking they're going to be with you, because they're not. They're going to play you for your money, and then once your money is gone, they're gone. They're going to hustle and come up off of you. It will not be, no, it's not, African Goddess. It is not going to go well for Super Shorty. It doesn't. It will not, I guarantee you. It ain't going to go well for neither one of them. Kiki loves Nigeria. Hey, London lady, I hope you're good too. Uncle Doc said she got to move back to the U.S. before locals drain her pockets. Honey, they done already drained her pockets. She can't even get nobody to come work for her, because they all know. But she shouldn't go to the grocery store. Remember when she was going to the mall, spending so much money, they was calling her a big mama, and she thought that was funny, buying 2 cartloads full of stuff. She thought that was funny that they was calling her big mama. Well, see, when you get that reputation, then this is what happens to you. See, word moves fast in Africa, honey. Everybody know when that person got money and that person is a big spender, because word is going to get around. And people going to come looking for you. Like she said, people be coming up to her house. Yeah, they be, because they know you got money. I told you that little boy Ema done told everybody she got money. He done told everybody. Yeah, the whole thing is weird. He might not have a secondary education, but he's smarter than Kenza. You know what? You're right. He's street smart. That's what he is. He don't have no secondary education. I can tell that. But she's absolutely right. He's smarter than her. He's smarter than her. He's street smart. And he knew, I got a dummy here. I got somebody here I can wrap around my finger and do any way I want to. And that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. You don't want no man like that. You do not want, in fact, Michael says he's shaking. I'm sure I shook my head so many times, I had to watch it again. I don't know. Like, picking men your own age, I don't know. I don't get that, because they're in Africa. There's men that are their own age in Africa. So I don't know. I don't really know, African Goddess, why you would choose a 20-year-old instead of waiting till you can get somebody your age. because you'll run into them. Just like you ran, but see, they're not on social media. And that's where these women are on Facebook. The men their age, they ain't on Facebook. Mature grown men are not on Facebook. They're not on social media. See, that is the problem. They're meeting them on social media. And grown men, African men, do not be on social media. Marrying a man already married, or your grandson, I'm good, thank you. I don't know. We don't know if he was married though. Yeah, I don't know if that dude was married. O'Shea giving up the real game. They playing on expats. Yes, they are. They sure are, Blue Book gang. They playing on expats real well. Good evening, Kiki in chat. True Blessing says, if Kenza don't be careful, she would wind up like that young African mother who fled to Nigeria with her two. Oh, you talking about Danita and her African husband and passed away. Yeah. That was so sad about Danita. That was terrible. That was terrible. Yep. And nobody knew. And they said it was because of diabetes, because they knew she had diabetes. It is a taboo for many African cultures to sleep with women your mother's that should be taboo in every culture, not to sleep with people your mom's age. Okay. Yeah, that should be taboo in every culture. Yep, ES got used and tossed. Now she's drinking in Kenya with nothing but some clothes, 50 years old with some sunglasses. See, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Don't let that be you, y'all. Don't let that be you. You cannot let that be you. But you keep messing around following these women, that's going to be you. Because they presented it to us like it's the life. You know, like quit your jobs, get your retirement, sell everything you got, and come and come chase a young boy. Come chase your grandsons. No, thank you. Johnny Taylor, yeah, that's his name. Is that his name, y'all? If you think you're lonely now, or is it? What is his name? I thought it started with an L. Lenny, somebody. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight. That's the part I keep hearing. Yeah, because that's what it's going to be bad on you. Because he ain't going to be there. And I know she lonely because he ain't never there. Michael says, my wife trying to divorce me over Kiki. Tell her, no, don't do that. No, tell her, please don't do that. No, tell her we just friends. I got a lot of male friends. Say, no, Kiki just my friend. Kiki have a lot of male friends. I do. I have a lot of male friends because I'm cool like that. Yes, Blessing. She thinks she's sexy. But at that, come on, y'all. Come on. After I got in my 20s, I wasn't trying to be sexy. I wasn't trying to be sexy. I wasn't. After I got out of 20s and 30s, I was just like, I'm not trying to be sexy. I'm trying to be classy. I want to be classy. That's all I was thinking. I'm not trying to be sexy. Sexy is when I'm in my teens, in my 20s, and maybe some of my 30s, for the early part, but the middle of my 30s, no, I went to classy. So that's what it is. She thinks she's sexy. Oh, Lord. That's so sad. Mutton, that's what my brothers used to say. Mutton dressed up a lamb. She's dressed up like a lamb. People have to carry their own shame. Now, Kenza's dresses is not a reflection of anyone. How Kenza dresses is not a reflection of anyone else. But we understand that. But people stereotype us. They'll stereotype you. That's why you have to be careful of how you carry yourself. And she's right. People shouldn't do that. The way Kenza dress should not be a reflection on me, but it is. It is, because I'm telling you, I've been going to Africa for a long time. In Africa, those young boys used to be very respectful young men. They would never flirt with you. They would never give you any eye contact. When they talk to you, their gaze is lowered. You know, they're not supposed to like look at you like they're your equal. You know, but now when you go, oh honey, it ain't none of that. It ain't none of that. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. But the ones that you run into that look at you like that, it's a lot, and it's too much, and it's too disrespectful, and it tells me that you have no respect for women who come from where I come from. People have to care. Yeah. Okay. She's wearing her hair like a young woman. Her tail is in her 60s. Everything about her is, I want to be young. Even the outfit, it's not appropriate for her. Just because it's in your size, it doesn't mean you need to wear it. She must be rich, though. She lasted quite a while in Ghana. Well, the house was very nice. I told you that. I don't think she's rich. I think that house was nice. And that's when houses were selling at a, top dollar. She had a real nice house. Florida is a state where the houses, people want to live there. And she had a nice house, y'all. I'm telling y'all, in a nice neighborhood. So she got a nice amount for that house. But what did we say? 3 years. She's been there too. They usually don't last past 3 years. 3 to 4 years. Yeah. 3 years is where it usually hits you in the pocket. That's when your money is usually drying up. Okay. If the shoe fits, wear it. It's hot in Ghana. Oh, and see, that's what she thinks. See, if the shoe fits, wear it. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna walk around. See, that's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. This person right here, Mr. Elizakoni, whatever her name is. See what she just said. If the shoe fits, wear it. If it's my size, I'm gonna wear it. I don't care if it's inappropriate. I don't care if my boobies hanging down to my stomach and I'm jiggling like a bowl of Jello and I'm limping while I'm jiggling and I look like a dang on fool. I don't care because it's in my size and I want to wear it. There you go. That's why people do it. The fast red car. Yeah, that's what she calls it. But no, that's Super Shorty's car. I bet her knees and joints are, they are. They are. All that walking she's done. And you see how she's limping now? She wasn't limping that bad. The fast car really, because she don't want us to know that's his car. She don't want us to know he done hustled and came up like that. I bet her. Okay, I saw that. I'm going backwards. I'm sorry. Oh no, Super Shorty done used her money, but he got his own money. See, this what? He don't have it. If you lease land and you contact him, the money goes to him. You see what I mean? So people go through him and she gets nothing from the deal. So that money's been going to him. Her people who she's sending to him, that's how he's getting this money. Yeah. So he gets his own money from these people who are coming to lease land, and he got land from that man who they're leasing, whose land who owns the land, who's leasing the land, and they're helping him lease the land. He gave them land, so he has land too. He could have sold that. Who knows? But he has his own money. He really doesn't need her at all. Oh no, Super Shorty done used her money and no, he bought his own car. Yep, that's what he doing. He gonna flex on her real bad. She can't get good cycle. So in Africa she can get a what? Something for $10. Oh, only my son drives me around. I drive him around too, Gordon Bennett. Fiona! Hey, Fiona. How you doing, Fiona? I'm glad you're here, Fiona. Congratulations, Fiona. She's rich auntie. I notice he speaks clear when he wants to, especially during money transactions. Yeah, we missed you, Fiona. Hey, did you get it? Where are you at now? Okay, rich granny, brown skin. Hey, it must be a prerequisite for the passport grannies of Ghana, no bra. Because you know they all don't. They all like to walk around with their boobs, and they all be having big old boobs that hang down to their stomach. I shouldn't say all of them, not all of them. No, that's generalizing. But the ones we talk about, they love doing that. He must have made a lot of money off of Kenza. He did. Renee, he did make a lot of money off of them. He did make a lot of money off of her. He made lots of money off of her. And now remember, she giving him money for these transactions. He's not telling her how much stuff really costs. So you know he's getting the overcharge and he keeping that in his pocket. So not only was he making money off of these land sales deals, whatever money she giving him, you can't tell me he wasn't selling stuff and making money off of her and keeping some of the money for himself. Fiona says, Steph, thank you. I've been able to catch up the replays. She's going to catch the replays. Okay. He came back with that car from his training. See what I mean? What training? What training do you go to when you come back with a car like that? What training? No training. I've been to lots of training. I ain't never came back with a car. Most I come back with is a certificate. She never mentioned what type of hopes it's for work around. She never mentioned what type. Hope it's for work around the house. No, she never mentions what type of school. She never mentions what school it is. She never even says that's his car, because she don't want y'all to know he's making money like that. She's like a 16-year-old girl with all that filming herself. I know, isn't that silly? The guys are there to flirt with the younger girls. That's all, Kenza. They were over there flirting with those young girls while you was walking around pretending like you was 16 years old, jiggling and shaking like a bowl of jello and limping on top of that. Just looking totally ridiculous. She needs to meet a man her age. That's disgusting for her to be talking to a man young enough to be her son. Yeah, that is disgusting. He looks good. Kenza looks good for her age, though. Good. They're saying good morning. No thanks to the rich mama. Okay, now, yeah, she's still walking around talking to plants. Yeah, because ain't nobody else talking to her. So of course she's talking to the plants. So now, she'd do well rebranding herself as rich auntie. Yeah, that's what she need to call her show. Then she'll get people to watch more. Oh Lord, this is elder abuse. It sure is. Someone needs to take some protective action. Yes, it's elder abuse, because he's deliberately isolating her. And that's one thing you don't do to them. That's part of the abuse thing, is when you deliberately isolate them. You took her on this thing and you deliberately isolated her. You didn't even talk to her. Y'all having your own conversation. You kept her conveniently out of every conversation. There ain't no elder abuse in Ghana. She is past her. Yeah, she's past. She's the rich grandma. Yeah, that's what I said, Steph. Lord have mercy. The chat is diabolical. I'm cracking up. Straight comedian. Honey, yes, you know they are. Bye, Shorty. Looks rough and tough. But Shorty looks rough and tough. Kenza needs to take her ASZZ back to the Caribbean. She ain't black. She knows she ain't no black American. And that's why I be coming in going hard on her like that. Because you be daggone ain't going to misrepresent my people, honey. No way, Jose. Because we not up. Oh, I take that back. We are over there acting a fool. Look at ES. But that's ES. ES one of us. Okay, we claim her. She one of us. We know it. We have dysfunctional people in our family, but you ain't one of us. So you need to quit claiming that, making us look bad. You just make us look bad. You make wherever you come from, them women look bad, because you look just dang on stupid. She needs to relocate down to the beach and rebrand herself now. He's not the best. No, he ain't look bad. He ain't good looking at all. I mean, at least let him be cute. Exactly. At least you could say he cute. You know, when you was 20 years old, you'd be like, but he cute. He dogging me, but he cute. He cheating on me, but he cute. He ain't spending no time with me, but he cute. She can't even say this, you know what, is cute. He's the worst. I really wouldn't even paid him no attention. I wouldn't. I don't know how she desperate. She's because y'all remember how big Kenza was when she got there. She was twice the person so she done lost all this weight. That's another reason she thinks she look good. But she needs to. It's just not working. She needs to dress better. She needs some shapewear, and she needs to dress better than that. She just needs to dress better than that. Let me find out that she's paying for all this, including all the meals, and her man got this girlfriend in on. This is a desperation at its finest. I don't know if she paid for all of it. I don't know. She probably paid for her and Super Shorties because he ain't going to pay for nothing of hers. I can't imagine him paying for her a meal. And if he would have paid for her a meal, I'm sure she would have said it. She would have been so happy that he paid for something or gave her something. She would have let us know. Because you see, she just said my food, blah, blah, blah. She might not even pay for his. She might have just paid for hers. Her songs is playing. Is she the only one eating? I don't know. That's true. You can't beat her near end. She is playing 5 times. You think she paid the bill? Y'all think she paid for it? Look at her eyes. The pass by girl, freeze it again, Kiki. Where? When the girl passed by. I told y'all, honey, because I be looking at all of that. Wait, let me get back over there. I'll be looking at all of that. Because it's the signs. You got to pay attention to the non-verbal. And look at her here. No. And see how she looked over there at them? Okay. So she's looking at her out the corner of her eye, and she's looking back this way. Look. We're going to keep it on that one. Look at her. Yeah. Because he likes 20-year-olds. He's in his 20s. He likes 20-year-olds, Kenza. He wants to be with somebody his age. Yeah. He doesn't want to be with a grandma. He want to be with a grandma to get some money. He want to be with a grandma to hustle and come up like he did. But girl, now he letting us know and everybody know. I want these. This is who I'm with. Hey, Lynette. How you doing? I was thinking about you today. Silly women laden with sin, ever learning and never coming to knowledge of truth. Oh, that's what it is. And oh, silly women, no judgment. I feel sorry for her. Too blind to see she's being played. Oh, so you know what? So God know about this, and he said they just gonna be like this. Yeah, it's just these type of women. He said silly women laden with sin. Because she's a silly woman laden with all kind of sin. Never learning and never coming to the knowledge of truth. So that's the honest to God truth. That sums it up right now. These are silly women. These are silly old women who will never, ever come into the knowledge of truth or come into any type of knowledge. And you know what? Like Alan Watts say, if you let somebody play you out of yourself, you deserve to be played out of yourself. So if you let somebody play you, then you deserve to be played. You deserve it. She's peeking down, yeah. But we know what she's looking at. She's looking over there, yeah. He doesn't want to be on camera, and she looks so desperate. Come on, them guys on Ghana. Come in them. What does that mean? them guys on Ghana don't like grannies. They want young women. Yes, they do. All the Africans want young women because they usually marry women who are younger than them because they want kids. And they feel like young and fertile, that's all they thinking about. Especially his age. He ain't got no kids. He ain't got no family. That's why if she finds somebody her age, they done been through that. They done been through all that young, fertile stage. They're like, oh, no, I'm done with that. Okay, I'm over that. I got my kids. I done been through all of that. Now I'm looking for a real relationship based on something more than just that. But she's too silly and immature. So she's not gonna attract a knowledgeable man. Neither is ES. And they're not gonna attract a knowledgeable man, and they're not gonna attract a man who's a lover of truth. They're not. The banner is too big. Which one? Which one is too big? Jam jars. Super Shorty has hoaxes in different area. You said hoes in different area codes. Yeah, he got a lot of them. You can't tell me he don't. Y'all know he got a lot. Kenza with her grandma chin. See? That's so sad, man. That is just so embarrassing. And they looking and laughing. The whole time she was gone, they was talking about her and laughing. Looking for more plants to steal. Jam Jar said she was looking for more plants to steal. No, the scenery is great. She just needs a group of friends her age. Yes, and a common sense. Thank you. You're right, African goddess. That's all. The scenery is, she's right. It was beautiful. Yeah, she's in La La Land. Exactly. I told y'all. That's where they go, to the land of poppies. So let's get to Nana. Let's get to the real deal, Holyfield. Because when I heard him talk about it, I was like, whoa. Because Africans don't do that. They don't school you on their game like that unless they like you. So let me show y'all what he got to say. So we're going to start here. And let me show y'all his channel. First, let me show y'all who he is. So this is him. This is his channel. And he does a lot of different videos about a lot of different things. So I was just looking through YouTube one day. And of course, this video comes up about these passport grannies. And it was, no, I take that back. No, that's not true. It did not come up in my live stream. Somebody told me about it in the comments. I forget who it was. It was one of y'all who told me. Was it Jam Jars? I don't remember who told me, but somebody in the comments section, they was like, Kiki, he did a video about the passport grannies. And I was like, who? And that's when I went and looked. She told me his name. And I went and looked through his channel. And then I found the video. It was right here. And I took a look at the video.
Gambia, Ghana, Jamaica, Trinidad. I didn't know about Trinidad.
It was a very good video. It was a very good video. And what made it, I think, extraordinarily good was that this is somebody who was talking to us, who this is their culture. This is what he knows. So he knows about this because this is where he's from. You know what I'm saying? So he's giving us their perspective of how it looks to him. And this is what I found very interesting. So let's check this out, y'all.
What's going on, YouTube? We are back in the streets. Took yesterday off. Salute to Rainbow the God. Salute to on. I started mine today as well. I'll be tagging along.
Okay, so he talked about her a
or
little
what
bit.
they have. These are men with.
So let me go back.
He was playing the scam.
Okay, let me go back.
To be paying for land.
Hold on, y'all.
Even if it's easy. To yourself, learn a few things about integrity here. But anyway, salute to you, Rick. A few things caught my attention. I mean, I know they've been doing this since I was a kid in Africa. I used to see it. But I wasn't gonna talk about it if these guys if they didn't start complaining about their outcomes. So I'm going to play you a couple videos for you to see exactly what I'm talking about. See, it's one thing to do something and you take an L. It's another thing to come on the internet and blame the Africans when you take an L. See that? The moment you do that, then you're going to be on my radar. So let's start with...
So he upset because he said he ain't doing this out of the kindness of his heart. He said he doing this because the passport grannies is going there and doing stuff they shouldn't do, and they taking L's. But instead of them saying, you know, oh, I'm over here chasing these little young boys and I'm getting played, they blaming it on the country. And so he said, now I got to say something now, because wait a minute, y'all taking L's because y'all getting played. It ain't the country, it's y'all. So that's his position.
Story. And I actually defended this chick on when O'Shea Duke Jackson hit her a few months ago. And it looks like she's deleted the video. But let's see.
This was another lady.
This is it. This is it.
This was another lady. We didn't talk about her, but her husband left her for somebody else. And I just didn't talk about her. All right.
Okay. This is a long live stream. We're just going to try and catch some interesting moment. And then we'll pick out the people that she was talking about. The channel is called Kiki Loves Nigeria. You can, if you like content like this, you can go over there and subscribe to her channel.
Different relationships, but they were not passport granny relationships. And look how they ended up. Is extremely.
When all these things happen, lives, these are men that they won't date.
Relationships, and look how they ended up. And again, this is my personal opinion based on my research of these each one of these people y'all hear me talk about are called case studies. All right. And it's my personal opinion. And y'all know all this case studies I've done because y'all have watched me, y'all have listened to me. So from all the case studies that I've done, this behavior Kenza keeps on engaging in is extremely dangerous. Yeah, it is. Extremely dangerous. And
you know how she talks about how extremely dangerous it is? 2 Black American women have died in Ghana over the last few weeks. And most of them, we don't know yet.
Okay, is that true, y'all? Because the video was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago now. But I didn't hear anything about that. And I was wondering if he meant weeks ago or months ago. Did you guys hear about 2 Black American women passing away in Ghana recently?
But from what a lot of people are saying online, there is a potential for foul play. So it looks like these women were dealing with younger Ghanaian men, sub-30s, 26, 27-year-old boys. All the boy descriptions are identical. They're picking boys that have no education and guys that are not doing anything with their lives. These are men that they won't date even here in the US when it comes to what they're doing for a living or what they have.
And he's right. He said these boys have no education. They don't have anything they're doing for a living. And if these boys were in the United States, these passport grannies would not even date them. No, they wouldn't. They would not. And the boys wouldn't date the passport grannies. So he's absolutely right. But this is what I've been telling y'all. People like Super Shorty, they have no education and they come from nowhere. They come from nothing. These are the people that you are not trying to get involved with because the whole dang on crew going to use you up.
These are men with nothing.
Told
right?
you nothing.
But they are picking them because they are fit, they are tall, they're young, and they're energetic. They are West Africans, right? Full DNA. They got everything they need. Big dick, young, energetic.
That was
They can
horrible.
do everything, eat coochie, do everything that they want.
So I forgot. That was kind of vulgar. But you know what? If that's what you're looking for, if that's if that's why Kenza is with this young boy, then she's sicker than I thought. She's sicker than I thought. If they're going out there chasing SEX and they're doing all this for SEX, then they're sicker than I thought. They're sicker than I thought because they can't seriously think that this person is sexually attracted to them. They cannot seriously think that. When no one here in the US or no one in her Virgin Island was sexually attracted to her. She thinks a 20-year-old in Ghana will be sexually attracted to her. Okay.
Wouldn't get in a Western man in the US. Okay. So these men are, sticking around and thinking, geez, these women are not dying off. We can't wait. We can't be enslaved like this for this long. And some of them are taking their shot. They're poisoning them. They're stealing their stuff. They're staging armed robberies to steal from them. And when all these things happen, it gives my people a very bad name. It's like these are traps. The women know these traps exist, but they're so much in love that they don't want to accept that what they're doing is madness. It's madness, absolute madness, but they're still doing it.
And in Ghana, it's really bad. Those are where the black passport grannies are. Now, the European passport grannies, they're in the Gambia. They're in the Gambia, hot and heavy and strong. All right. But in Ghana, oh no, that's the land of the passport grannies. And I will always say, ES is the queen of the passport grannies because she started it all. She sent the message out for us to all come here. She sent the message out for us to that's the Walmart people. I'm trying to figure out who has to do it. She sent the message out that this was the place to go. And what did she show y'all? She showed y'all them what? Them young Ghanaian dudes showed y'all how to analyze.
You lost your money, right? Don't do that. Don't. The biggest mistake they're doing in Ghana and across West Africa. There's a lot of land scams that really
I'm trying to get back to him. It's dangerous behavior she tries to normalize on YouTube. And what do we keep seeing going there, y'all? Older women. She keeps inviting these older women. And what do? They keep coming. And what do they all have in common? They never have enough money to stay there. They never have enough money to stay there. They're not prepared to go there. But Kenza's consulting them, remember? She's their consultant. She's their consultant. That's another danger. We look and see people on YouTube and we say this is a consultant. They know. Kenza know what she's talking about because she sleep with Super Shorty, because she's sleeping with a 20-year-old. Yeah. So because this grown woman is sleeping with a 20-year-old, that makes her an expert on relocating to Ghana, West Africa. Are you serious? Bye, baby, I love you. So that makes her an expert. Yes, honey, to them. That y'all paying her for advice and y'all really doing what she say do? Yes. And y'all actually leasing land from her and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Yeah, are y'all serious? Yeah, about Shadrach.
That's one of the biggest mistakes they're doing in Ghana and across West Africa. There's a lot of land scams that really target Black Americans. Yeah. I wish that it wasn't, but I'm only one guy. I can't fight these, the guys that are involved in these land scams. A lot of them are also very powerful. So I can't just sit on YouTube and fight this alone. I really can't. All I can do is call these specific stories out and hope that it teaches people not to do exactly these things. There's a better pathway, and YouTube, I've seen so much lies on YouTube that sometimes I really, really worry about people, especially when it comes to repats, moving to Ghana, moving to Africa. I'm from Ghana, guys. I'm from that place. Even I got scammed out of land in 2012, my own country. Okay, I got scammed. That's how difficult the
Wow.
Ghanaian land and real estate system is. It's such complex that I wouldn't want anybody to involve themselves in it. There's so many better countries to invest in. And this might sound unpatriotic as a Ghanaian, but I'm just being truthful. Stay away from the Ghanaian real estate market. It is not worth it. It's not worth.
And what is Kenza in? The Ghanaian real estate market. What market has Super Shorty got her all the way embedded in? The Ghanaian real estate market, because that's where the scam takes place. That's where the scams go down. Okay. Kenza knows she ain't supposed to be doing that. But like he said, she gonna do Super Shorty gonna do said Kenza gonna do anything she tell him to do.
The stress is not worth your struggles. Go somewhere else. Okay, go somewhere else. I know Kenya does it slightly better, but they have issues too. When in doubt, just use a reputable company and make sure you're on the ground. Don't send your money to anybody to acquire land for you. And you got to think deeper too. What are you going to use the land for? Are you going to go just do a little crop farming here and there? Are you going to retire on the land? Because a lot of you will seek retirement overseas. And what better place than Mother Africa, right? You got to think about this a little bit more thoroughly, right? Which a lot of these guys are not doing. They just say,
not.
oh, a YouTuber says you can buy land in Accra.
Mm-hmm.
He takes your money. Few years in, you lost your money, right? Don't do that. Don't send money to anybody. I don't care if they're popular on YouTube or if they're not. Don't send your money to anybody, especially when they're talking about buying your land and buying you all this crap. Ghana is such a small country. There's not enough land to go around. Go somewhere else. Go to a different African country that does it better. I know a lot of them do it better. Okay. But stay away from the Ghanaian real estate market. It is a trap. It's designed to steal from Western people.
See?
But no amount of times that I
But you see, he even knows that. But who's telling you to get involved in it? Silly Kenza. Because you know why? Because her boyfriend needs that money. I told y'all straight up from the beginning that Super Shorty and his friend is using Kenza to pimp us, to basically get as much money as she can from us to support Super Shorty. Now you see, y'all done brought this man a car, this child a car. That's how much money y'all spending.
This will, deter anybody. But when you make those mistakes, and I get your story, I'll bring it. You'll be a case study on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Because a lot of you are so hard-headed.
Yeah, they don't listen.
You're not going to listen to anything that we tell you anyway.
No.
Right? But let's see who Kenza Babe is. And I'm going to switch over here to a page. All right.
And you see how fast he was driving in that car? It was ridiculous.
So, right here. So this lady is from the U.S. Virgin Islands. So they're Americans, okay? Not your typical FBA. The Virgin Islands are usually more Caribbean vibe, right? But they're also descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. And there's a bigger appeal for them to relocate or repatriate to Africa. And Ghana seems to usually be the ideal destination for a lot of these people, all right? So it looks like she sold her house in South Florida. And she's poured everything into what you're seeing. This is a lot of real estate for Ghana, okay?
Yeah.
In a very good part of Ghana, by the way, central region. Very green, very close to the beach. This is very decent for retirement. But you got to ask yourself these things, though. Your children are already out of the house. You don't have any kids or grandchildren that moved to Ghana with you. Right. You're in Ghana by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can acquire big land, no issues. But should you build such a big house for one person?
No.
You're putting so much attention on you in a country where the average maybe person makes $400 a month. You're putting so much attention on you as a foreigner in Ghana, spending this much money on real estate.
Yeah.
Where you're living in that house by yourself. Now, it turns out she's not living there by herself. She's got a 20-year-old that she's living with, that she's in a sexual relationship with. You're putting yourself at risk to be killed because this is no amount of work that the dude will do will give him such property in Ghana.
Did you hear that? Think about what this man just said. He said, you're putting yourself in a situation where you can be unalived because no amount of work that Super Shorty could do in Ghana could he ever afford a property, land that big or a house that big. Never. No amount of work could he do, could he afford that. Now, if y'all don't think this woman is setting herself up for the setup, this is unbelievable. This is totally unbelievable.
So at some point, they will take their shot. And the laws are not strong enough to protect you.
See?
You're messing with a 20-year-old, you spend a big chunk of your pension acquiring that much property. I mean, what she's building, I'll show it to you guys. What she's building in Ghana is crazily excessive.
Mm-hmm. And do you know, my husband said the same thing. When I showed him, he said the same thing. He said, baby, she will never finish that project. He said I said, why? He said she has too many projects going on at one time. He said that house alone, it's too big and it's too many projects. It's too much she has to do. And he said she's never going to finish that. He said whoever was advising her, whoever's telling her what to do, they don't care anything about her. And we know that for facts. See, look at it, the Whoville house. Look at this, the chicken coop. Everything is so raggedy. Nothing looks nice. Everything is just raggedy. So he's just showing you the house.
Yeah, she's not showing much of it in this clip. But that's too much of real estate for a granny retiring in Ghana. And how are you going to get up there? Like, it's 3 stories.
Thank you.
How would you be getting up there?
Thank you.
10, 15 years from now?
And she can barely walk now.
You're setting yourself up to be played. You're really setting yourself up to be played.
Wow. Look at this. I think that's a neighbor's house.
The ones that are like very experienced in the passport granny game, they will not marry these guys, right? They're like, no, we're not going to marry them because if I marry them, they'll take advantage. Okay, I get that. But you're living with them. And if anything happens to you, they can take your property.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yes, that's what y'all don't understand. It's not like here. They don't have to have legal documentation there. They can go and tell them y'all did a traditional wedding. And in some cases, it can just be you and him and one other person. And maybe a couple witnesses, and then that's a wedding. But you don't know. He can go and tell them anything after something happened to you, and everything becomes his. Just like I told you about Audrey. Everything Audrey had is that man's, and his mother and his wife and his kids, who are all living in Audrey's house now. And he had the nerve to call and wanted to know when Audrey's family was going to send for her body, because he wanted to accompany the body back to the United States. You know why he wanted to get here? Because once he get here, he was going to stay here, because he was going to file for to stay here because his wife has passed away, and you automatically become a citizen when your wife passes away. You automatically get a green card.
You didn't have to build such a big house.
No,
it's too big.
Didn't.
I mean, you're looking at about 8,000 to 9,000 square foot worth of house for a granny. And this is it right here. This is the house she's built over there. This is a lot of house.
Look, it's not even done. She's not even finished.
For a granny and a 20-year-old. What do you think is going to happen? They're going to take your life. They're going to take your property.
Yep.
You know, and this is rural Ghana. It's not in Accra where you have a little bit more protection. This is how big the house is.
Yep.
And she's still building it.
Yep.
Like literally her entire pension is in this property.
If she has a pension, we don't know if she gets a monthly pension. We don't know that. She never talks about working, like I retired from a company. She never says that. Usually the people who retire, they'll say, well, you know, I retired, I got my pension. They mention something about their pension. She never mentions a pension. She never mentions, you know, retiring from a company. But she does mention that house. She made a whole video about selling that house. She sold that house, and maybe she had some little jobs. Maybe she had a 401k. Maybe she had that. But nah, that's about it. She's never mentioned her retirement.
And this dude can do something to you, take up your stuff. You know, if you guys want to see what I'm working with here, I'll show you. I hope I'm sharing the screen. All right, I'm sharing the screen right here. So when you have these bad news and the O'Sheas jump on it, you know, this is a dude right here. It's like a 21-year-old, 20-year-old, you know.
He's older than
20-year-old, 21-year-old.
No, I think he's older than that. But I don't know. He look
They will scam you. They'll take your shit. And then you're going to come on the internet and say, oh, these Africans are doing this to us.
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you try and date or be in a relationship with a retiree in Ghana too? There's a lot of them there.
Sure is.
Or somebody that is much older that has his own shit, has his own house.
Right.
You're taking care of a child in exchange for sex.
Yeah.
And they're patiently waiting till you die. But if you're not dying fast enough, these people have so much to lose.
Yeah.
In life. I mean, they don't have anything. So they will take their chance. Your life is not worth anything to them.
Yeah.
But these grannies won't listen until some shit happens. And then you get guys on the internet like, oh, that is why we told you not to move to Africa. That's why we told you not to do this. You were supposed to go there to retire peacefully, but you decided to go out there and retire with exercises, sexual exercises as part of the process.
What?
And when the outcomes are negative, we Africans tend to be blamed for it.
He's right, though.
Everybody forgets that the main goal, she literally packed up and left and went to Florida, and went from Florida to Ghana.
Yep, she sure did.
Just to be with a 20-year-old.
She sure did.
Is that what we're doing now?
That's
really,
what
guys?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Let's listen to a little bit of this stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Definitely, all puss babies are gone. Gone. So all my chicks are down in the brooder. I can't go down there for too long because it gets really hot in there, you know, and I can't deal with the heat. So I go in, feed them, and come back out. In the next couple of days, I'm going to try and sex them. But today I have to go search for the vaccine. And like I said in my last video, I walk with my tripod so I could film some of this stuff. Guess where the tripod is? Right down there in the same spot where I left it. It's just something and my tripod is a heavy, big tripod. I always get big, heavy tripod because I want to put it down outside and stuff and they don't tap over. When I buy them cheap ones, they don't work for me. So for me to be
carrying around this tripod trying to film. I can't do that. I film as I go, I'm not a photographer or a videographer or whatever carrying a tripod. And this is raw and cuts, unedited stuff here, okay? I pick up my phone and I record. I don't get into all the fancy vlogging, I'm not that type. I mean, I used to be, but I don't have time for that anymore. So today I'm going to try and hunt. I'm going to call this vet one more time. But I'm going to the place somebody told me in Kaswa that has. Yesterday, Super Shadi went there, but it wasn't open. On a Monday, I don't know why they're not open. I'm hoping they're open. I'm praying that they open. I don't.
And meet a man, and you have to plant seeds, chicken feed,
and edit stuff here, okay? I pick up my phone and I record. I don't get into all the fancy vlogging, I'm not that type. I mean, I used to be, but I don't have time for that anymore. So today I'm going to try and hunt.
You know what?
I'm going to call this.
I think she had a filter on that other video. Don't tell me this woman uses filters. Because look, she looks completely different. The video when they went to Merlin's? I think that's a filter.
That one more time. But I'm going to the place somebody told me in Kaswa that has. Yesterday, Super Shadi went there, but it wasn't open. On a Monday, I don't know why they're not open. I'm hoping they're open. I'm praying that they open. I don't.
I'm not going to set about it because that's part of the process.
So guys, if I go to Accra on the hunt for the proper vaccine for these
this camera all in her face again.
And then I have to come back and clean the incubator and get that going again. I'm here with Super Shadi.
No.
He can't even talk. He don't even say hi. He don't even say hi. He just saying.
People come to us.
So I used to, like I said, I follow Kinzer. She drew my attention because she was living in Ghana. She was from the U.S. Virgin Islands. Normally when people, especially Americans, whenever they move to Ghana and I come across their YouTube channels, I like to follow them and kind of follow their journey. And sometimes I'll be in their comment section helping them out with things, maybe Ghanaian language, local things they didn't understand, how to deal with the locals. I try to help them with their transition, even though I'm doing it with a keyboard, but my goal is usually to make their experience better, because I really care about how people see us when they come to our place. Like, I want to give them the best experience. I want them to have a great transition, especially retirees. I want them to really enjoy their retirement. And, whatever information I have, sometimes it's resources where you can buy plants, seeds, chicken feed. I have all these resources in Ghana that I'll go in their comment sections and share with them. There's a lot of channels like that. Across Africa, when I come across guys that have moved from the US or the UK to Africa, I try to help them out. I've done this for many years. I'll go on their YouTube channels and I try to help them out. So this is how I came across Kinza. And, I was very disappointed to know that this dude was not a worker. I thought he was just somebody that would drive her around and help her out. And then when I listened to Kiki, who is another person that I listen to a lot, I realized that she was doing the same thing of messing with 20-year-olds.
Yes.
Some of them are very slick about it. Like, they'll use them up for about a year, dispose of them, and then get another 20-year-old, right? Like, they kind of go through a few cycles of them.
What?
And a few of them are very consistent. They'll stay with the same guy throughout. But either side of this strategy is very dangerous, especially for women and elderly women. Remember, 2 Americans have lost their lives in Ghana just over the last 2 months. And both were very popular on YouTube, right? So
Oh, I don't
YouTube.
know who these people were. Who was he talking about, you guys? He said 2 popular YouTube people have lost their life in Ghana, and they were Americans. Who? Do y'all know who he's talking about?
Won't protect you when you're, mixing in with our bottom of the barrels. These are our lowest. These are boys that were supposed to be in school or doing something with their lives. Instead, they're depending on you. See, remember, if you have to go to a developing country and meet a man and you have to pay everything for that man, that is an indication that you should not be in that relationship. Because there are guys in Ghana that are winning, that have money. The only problem here is you will not qualify for those guys. Okay, the same standards apply to in Ghana as well. Okay,
Yep.
you will not qualify for the type of guys that can pay their way, because they have options there, and they're not going to be looking at a 67-year-old granny.
No, they're not.
That's not going to happen. So Kinza knows that she's messing with something, and the dude knows that she's also messing with something. They're both committing crimes. Let's put it that way. Like they're stealing from each other. All right, the best way to put it. But it is.
And I like that point. He said they're stealing from each other, and they are. So, like when we watched that video, and we watched it together. When we seen Super Shorty letting her be overcharged for them chickens, and we said he must be getting a cut, because remember she said, you want me to get the white chickens because they cost more. And then she knew something was up, because remember when got into the town, she got out the car and she walked over to where they were selling the chickens at on the other side, and she asked them how much were their chickens, and their chickens were much cheaper than what she had paid. So Kinza knows this dude has been overcharging her. She knows this dude has been skimming off the top on her. She knows that. That's why she did not, for so long, she did not want you all to know that this was her boyfriend, that she was sleeping with him. She did not want us to know that. That's why she tried to keep it a secret, because whenever you would ask her about the boyfriend, she wouldn't answer. She would deny the relationship. She would constantly deflect or deny the relationship. But then I guess she said, okay, she wanted to flaunt the relationship, because I told y'all I had the videos where she's on there and they drinking and she talking about Ghana, a Ghana man. Remember that video where she laying all up on him? That's what she went there for. Not to buy land, not to sell land. She went there to be with this 20-something-year-old boy. Now, I'm trying to get to this video, then I'm going to get y'all covered.
Very dangerous to do this in a developing country. These guys don't have anything. I'm Ghanaian. This is why I'm saying this. And I hope she listens to this. She's probably not going to pay it any mind until it becomes too late. First of all, her first mistake was, even if that house and the title is in your name, that house is too big for a retirement home. You're a granny. You don't have any relatives in Ghana. You shouldn't be spending $300,000 building a house like that. You should build a one-story house in Ghana with a little porch where you can sit outside and retire peacefully, and use the rest of the house for gardening so that you move and you're active. Why do you need 3 stories in a rural part of Ghana? You're going to attract a lot of negative eyes. It's not safe for you to do that, and it's not good for your retirement. Like, what you could have saved a lot more of that money and actually use it for your day-to-day retirement activities, like your gardening and your chicken farms and all the things you're doing. You don't retire in such a big mansion. You should have done that in your youth.
He said,
I don't care what the location is.
Something like, and you're right, something like that is going to attract a lot of negative eyes on you. And you don't want that. You don't want a lot of negative eyes. You don't want people looking at you like that. You don't want people admiring you like that. But all Kinza did was went there and she just created a lot of jealousy and envy. That's all she did. And she presented herself as if she was someone rich. Like London Lady said, she looks like she's rich. She's not rich, because if she was rich, she wouldn't be there, because rich people wouldn't be taking that. Rich people couldn't take living like that. They just couldn't. They wouldn't live in a construction zone like she lives in. So no, she's not rich. She just had a nice house. She sold that house and she's taken all that money to give it to this little boy, and she's done nothing more than make herself a target, because that's why every time people come there to work for her, she has a problem, because she says they overcharge her because they think she has money. Well, honey, you have presented yourself like you have money. So of course they're going to overcharge you. Of course they're going to do that to you every single time, because you walk around, like you said, like you big mama.
And how affordable it is. These guys can take your life and take your property. You really have to be careful. But they know. You think they're gonna listen?
No,
they're not gonna listen. They don't give a damn,
No.
Down, so this is Kinza. She's a YouTuber in Ghana. From the U.S. Virgin Islands. So she's American, but the Virgin Islands is Caribbean. So
guys, we in Accra traffic already this morning. We drive through the construction zone. Where are we? I don't even know. My head was down. Kanishi? Where are we?
You have to know. This area, you haven't been to here many times.
This is Makati?
Malam Market.
Malam Market. Malam Market.
But this is,
I know we are wrong here somewhere.
This place looks like Makati. Makati, they have market. Yes, if you know Makati, they don't have market. So how can
I know we close somewhere there. It's same. Malam Market, Makati.
Makati is far. You forget Malam.
I don't know where my head was down. I didn't see where we was.
Yeah, in market.
Yes,
Market.
Market. Malam Market.
So where we heading now?
We heading
Yesterday, I tell you.
We heading to La Paz.
No.
No, we heading to
La Paz is on other way.
We heading
And she'd be so happy when he talked to her. It's just so sad. Whenever he talked to her, she'd just be so excited, because normally he don't talk to her. And you could tell he don't talk to her. He normally he don't do nothing with her.
The next traffic light is what?
The next traffic light is...
Yesterday you called me and I told you that I'm at that place.
The next traffic light
where my mom is.
If you're Ghanaian, you can almost tell that this guy has no business. Man. These are... there's a term in Ghana we call kobolo. This guy is a kobolo. This is our bottom of barrels, man. Guys like this, with his rasta head or dreadlocks, I don't know if it's a half dreadlocks. Guys like this will take you to the cleaners.
Yep.
But these women won't listen. See, we know ourselves. Okay. I've said this maybe a million times. Ghana is very much a class system. We know ourselves. Just when he started speaking, I knew the kind of kid he is. I have an idea where the kind of background he has, what he does with his life, what his upside is. You can tell. For the Ghanaian example, it's very, very easy. In America, it's very hard to tell. Like if somebody is talking, it's very hard to tell. Maybe in some cases you would, right? But unless they're like real deep hood into like craziness, then it's easy to tell. But the average guy,
you can tell in America really too. And the way you can tell is the way they speak English. That's how you can tell, the way they speak English. It's just like in Africa, the way they speak English. If they have not been to school, if they are not in a higher income level, their English is not going to be very well. They're going to speak more Ebonics than they do English, standard North American English. That's how you know. So we can tell, no matter what kind of clothes you put them on, we can tell by the way they walk, and we can tell by the way they talk. Just like you can look at this dude and tell, we can do the same thing. When I was in Gambia and I heard Ebonics, I looked up because I'm like, wow, I've never heard that accent in Africa. I've only heard that in the hood in America. So I was shocked. But he's right. And it's the same thing here. It's the same thing for us.
Their backgrounds. For Ghana, it's very easy. Any Ghanaian in the chat will tell you the same damn thing that I'm telling you. This woman should not be having any sexual relationships with a guy like this.
Yeah.
It's almost night and day. They're not supposed to cross paths. But they don't listen because they're looking and they're like, oh, he's muscular, he's tall, he
ain't tall.
He's strong. He can break my buck. So that's good enough.
That's what they look for.
Well, they're playing the long game. So Kenza, if you're listening, I don't know if you're subscribed to my channel. As you can see, I am subscribed to your channel, so I watch your videos. When I first started seeing this, I thought this guy was just your worker, because that's what he should have been, your worker. Not up to that standard. Instead, he's convinced you to build a house that big. When they liquidate you, they will liquidate that house. He'll probably take that money and he'll go live in a foreign country in Europe or US or somewhere else. At this point, it's almost too late to advise you. So I hope you see this video and start making some corrections, because it's not too late. I mean, you could sell and go live somewhere else.
Yeah.
And downsize, right? Because you could sell in the Ghanaian.
Or how about come back home? How about come back with your son?
Or maybe seek better protections for your property. Some attorneys here and there. I don't know. But I have a feeling that you are building a house that none of your kids are going to ever use. You may not enjoy your full retirement, because a lot of these guys are so evil-minded that they will take your life if you live longer naturally.
Wow.
They will shorten the process because they want to get on with their lives. They want to date younger women too. And you are in their way. They're only with you because you provide a lifestyle that they can't provide for themselves. And I'm not saying this because I'm jealous of you or jealous of your house. No, I'm not. I do very well. I'm just saying it because I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of all these guys going on the internet, blaming my people for when shit goes wrong. And when we spot it, in the past, I would never even say anything about it. But nowadays, when I see these things, I will do a whole live stream about it, even if it's boring, because I want to put it on record that what you're doing can be very dangerous to you. And it can also be dangerous for every other repat in the future.
Thank you.
You guys are creating a magnet.
Thank you.
You're helping this criminality. It's the same thing I used to say with the passport bros. Like, yeah, you bought the chica, but the chica answers to somebody in the barrio. So it fuels an underground criminal network. And what you guys are doing with these young boys in Ghana, these young boys are also calculating. Like we saw in the first video we reacted to. That chick got played. The dude moved to the US, joined the US Army, and got his citizenship within 1 year of being in America. Because they know the script. The script is there already. Join the Army, the moment you move here, you become a US citizen in less than 1 year. Everybody knows this in Ghana. He gets a citizenship, he gets a military base, and then he goes and gets a fine Latina to replace you. Because you were never his first choice.
No.
And you knew it.
No.
Same with Kinza. If this dude doesn't push marriage to come to the US, he'll remain in Ghana with the hope that you die faster. But if you don't die fast enough, he'll pay people to take you down. And they don't care, because look at him. If you didn't show up there, he would have no chance in Ghana. This is a weed man. He's a Rasta guy. These are the guys on the block, okay?
Wow.
If you didn't show up, he would be an armed robber, or he'd be stealing from people.
Wow.
I know this because I'm Ghanaian. I know my people.
Whoa.
This is the type of boy that grows up to do some horrible things within Ghanaian society, and you have saved them. So I hope you watch this video, and I hope you learn from it. Learn from a Ghanaian. You're never gonna know more than I do,
Right?
Because I know my people.
He's
it's
right.
natural. It's a natural instinct. I can feel the energy. I know where this is headed. And in a few years, we're gonna come back to the same video, and Nana is gonna be like, okay, did I not tell you? You know, so remove your American arrogance for once and just listen, because I'm trying to help you. Okay, I don't need anything from you. I definitely don't need no 68-year-old granny box either.
God, Jesus.
I'm just telling you.
We have to talk like this.
Link is in the chat if you are ready to add to the story.
All right.
Come on.
All right, so that was pretty much. That was pretty much the end of it. You can go and look at the rest of it where he goes and talks to his friends. They come up in the chat. But I thought that was really interesting. I thought he had some good points. And I thought what was really interesting is that he was pretty much saying the same thing that we are saying. You know, we're saying the same exact thing. 60 years. Jam jars. That was horrible. I couldn't believe he said that. I just could not believe he said that. Excuse the vulgarness, but they needed them to put off. Excuse the vulgarities, but they needed them to put off the grannies. That was a bit much, though. You have to have a green card before joining the military. Yeah, you sure do, JW. You got to be a permanent resident before you can even get in. Oh, God. Oh, my gosh. Listen to how he is speaking about her. No respect. Yeah, that wasn't nice. But he feels like she ain't respecting herself. He feel like she ain't respecting herself. Why do I need to give her some respect? She ain't giving herself no respect. So that's how he looking at it. She ain't giving herself no respect. Why do I need to respect her? Let's see what this one say. Sassy says, that was unnecessary. I hate any man referring to a woman's BJ as a box, MSM says. Oh my gosh, listen to how he is speaking about her. You have to have a green. Yep, that's true, JW. Okay. Now I'm going backwards, y'all. Fiona says we can all feel the energy. It's obvious. Yep. Isn't it sad though, Fiona? That's just so sad to me. And it's so bad that we all can feel the energy there, the video. Y'all know how bad it really is then? He knew his people. He know his people, Kenza. Yeah, he does. Another aspect to her is her light skin. She thinks oh, girl, you are right. Spicy. You are so right. She always talks about her light skin and how black she is. And I'm much lighter than this. She is a colorist. Is that what they are? Is that what you call it? But she's really on that light skin thing. So it must be like here, like back in whenever that was, when the light skin people, everybody wanted to be light skin, light bright. She thinks she light bright too. And yes, she is really on that, honey. She think, oh, I'm not black like that. Oh, I'm not. That's all she ever says. You are right about that. He ain't a Rasta. He's a bumpster. African goddess says they're patient. Yeah, they play the long game, just like he said. That boy can't stand Kenza. Maya says no, he cannot stand her at all. Oh, I never knew that. Fiona says, yeah, he cannot stand her. Let's cover Kenza in our prayers. Wait a minute, I'm itching my eye, scratching my eye. Let's cover Kenza in our prayers because she's in deeply already. Hope he has two for. Yep, he has two for now. Shorty can bring the whole village to live there. He sure can, and that. But you know what I think he gonna do with it? I think his whole family gonna come live there because he got a big family that live in that little. Remember when they came to her apartment and she made them all sing happy birthday to her? They all can live in that big house. They just waiting for him to get rid of her. Jam Jars, don't think they are still doing the, oh God. She will lose money if she sells. Honey, she losing money now. I was thinking the same thing, African Goddess. We'll give her a disease, maybe, is why he's saying she shouldn't be sleeping with him. Fiona's life, nobody goes near me in Gambia. Even sometimes I'm in my own, but they all know who my son is, so they don't bother me. So see, she's right. They know who her son is. They're not going to bother you. She won't listen as their lovers forever. You silly Fiona. Sorry, Kenza don't come from nothing either. She sure don't. Honey, like he said, he can recognize that Super Shorty is nothing. Guess what, Nana? Kenza ain't nothing either. Kenza come from nothing. She's a nothing too. So they are two nothings together. She's bottom of the barrel too. Yeah, she is. Like, she's nothing either, because you can tell. If Kenza was something or somebody or some anything, she wouldn't be with Super Shorty, number one. And number two, she would never have done what she did, sold everything she had to go there and live with a 20-something-year-old. 148 watching. The views should match the likes. Hey, will y'all please hit the like button? And if you think about it, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel. Kenza, the chaperone, honey, she sure was. In the high weeds, African. By now, she should know the places she would get lost easily. She could get lost easily. He looks my son's age. Oh my God, my son would take me to see a doctor if he found me with somebody like that. Yeah. Bottom of the barrel. Wow. You hear that, Kenza? Yeah. Well, she's bottom of the barrel. She don't care. Kenza will pretend like she's not the bottom, but we can tell, because look at that outfit, the dead giveaway. Ain't no classy woman walking around with no bra on, for one, and your boobies hanging down to your stomach. He pretends to be asleep when she's talking to him. Yeah, he does. Marjorie says these men are seeking opportunity. She's right. Spicy says he is in his 20s. He looked younger when they first knew each other. You notice that too? It looked like he's aged. Like aged rap. When he first got there, she looked much, and that 2 years ago, and that was just 2 years that he's aged that much in 2 years. You mean the 20 rooms? Yes, about 20 rooms in there. Is there any single men her age? Yeah, it is. She just got to go find them. But like he said, the rich ones, they don't want people her age. They're going to want somebody young, real young. They're going to want somebody in their 20s. The men, you have to position yourself in the right place. That's what, to meet the right people. You need to meet like-minded people, because there are some people there her age, that would talk to her. There are, but she needs to find them. But Kenza don't put herself in that situation. Kenza go to stupid concerts with Super Short to listen to, who was it? Papa Wally, Gibby Gobby, whatever their names are. She go to see these little people Super Shorty listen to. Ain't no grown man there. There's no grown man her age on Facebook in the dating groups. They're not there. She has to she has to go to events. You know what I mean? Like events that they have. Africans have these little social gatherings. She has to go to social gatherings, and she's got to dress like a lady, for one. She got to dress and present herself like a lady of class. They like those type of men, like ladies with class. She don't have no class. Look at the way she's dressed. Look at her hair. No, Kenza got bad knees. Why she want 3-story? I don't know why she want a 3-story home, honey. Because Super Shorty want that. He ain't 32. No, Spice, he ain't 32, honey. He's not in his 30s. Kenza look much older than 55, Spice. I don't know what you looking at, honey. I ain't never seen nobody 55 would look like that. No, that don't look like 55. No, that look like almost 70 to me. Them wrinkles is bad. Like that skin is bad. No, that skin is bad. That face looks bad. That looks like almost 70. It ain't nothing wrong if you almost 70. It ain't nothing wrong with that. But when you're 70 acting like you're 16 and 20, that's a problem. Sometimes I confuse the expats with the Gambia. Sometimes I confuse the expats in the Gambia and Ghana. The experiences overlap and similarities. Sham Jar says, Kiki, he's maybe talking about women who unfortunately passed. You've already talked about. Maybe so. What is his name? He's working hard for it. Honey, he sure is. The diaspora community in Ghana cover up. They sure do cover up information on others that passed. Yep. The Ghanaians, yeah, he's right. They do. They don't tell, which is stupid. So I'm trying to find out who they talking about. Who passed away? Every time I see her, giddy and goofy. Yep. And that's what she looked like, giddy and goofy. I just pray that Kenza is never harmed while living in Ghana. I do too. I pray she is never harmed. I pray nothing happens to her, but I do pray that her eyes be opened one day and she just wake up, and whatever veil is on her eye, that it be removed so she can see what we see, because she's being used like Boo Boo the food. She looked like Boo Boo the food. Is it true subscribers want to see what the YouTuber is seeing and not the YouTuber's face? Yes, it is true. It is very true. They don't want to see my face. They want to see what I am seeing. They don't want to see my face. No, they don't. And they tell you that when you make your videos. They tell you they don't want to see your face. And they really don't care about you like that. They want to see what you're seeing. They want to hear what you're experiencing. They want to go where you're going. They don't want the camera in your face. That's why I try not to have the camera in my face. She looks like a woman in her elite lottery group. What lottery group? He sleeps all day. He sure do, honey, and get up and wash his car off and get gone. No, she said her nice house in Florida. Yeah, she had a real nice house in Florida. Maybe it was open on Monday and he went somewhere else instead of Kenza's. Did she win the lottery? No, I don't think she won the lottery. Oh God, I can't repeat that. Actually, Shorty deserves the money. He earned it in the sack. What? What's even sadder is that they won't listen. No, they won't listen. Then they think you jealous. Jealous of what? I'm listening whilst watching Benny Biceps Shelton in Miami. He's like my son. We Africans, he said, you hear that, Kenza? Yeah, exactly. She ain't listening, though. The whole house is lopsided. Walking around with vertigo in those uneven projects. Oh my God. Oh God. Shorty looks older than 20 years old. He is. He's older than 20. I think he's about 27. Maybe you see, because he looked at much longer before. When Kenza went there, he looked aged. He aged when she got there, because when he first got there, he was so young looking. Maybe soon she'll be able to apply for Social Security. I don't know. I think she said she wasn't 60. She wasn't even 60 years old. So She still got a ways to go. Unless she apply for disability, I'm sure she could get disability because the way she walking and wobbling and stumbling, tripling, no, and she got arthritis like that, girl, she better get back here and try to get her some Social Security. I thought he said her entire operation is in the building. African Goddess says, so wait, he said it's in good, he said it's in a good area. What happens when the building inspectors come and they all, because that building is not going to pass no kind of inspection. You can't trust the police or the chiefs. I met with them and no progress. Oh, I'm sorry, Edith. It looks awful. It does look awful, Jam Jars. I stay at Couple Resort by myself in Jamaica for peace. And AJA man told me the washed up and unattractive women are there often at the resorts, pay them for sex. Oh my God. Whoa. No laws to protect her. No, it's not. No police to protect her. No lies told about buying land in Ghana. It's really leasing land. I got scammed. I'm sorry, Edith. Yeah, but I've been warning people for a while now, sweetie. No, the Europeans are in Ghana too. Check out the big millies. Oh, they be in there doing that too. What else could it be, Kiki? Sure not the come up for them. I don't know. I just pray it ain't that, y'all. I thought it was the conversation. But Shorty ain't having no conversation with her. So it can't be the conversation. That's gotta be it. Oh, that's disgusting. Well, clearly they are not with those young educated men for their conversational skills. And that's what I just said. Oh, wow. Those young uneducated men for their conversational skills. Oh, wow. Inappropriate behavior. And that is coming from a native man. She better hear him real good, Jam Jar says. Oh, I think it is the spiritualist. You do? It was someone else I remember, but not who. Her neck reveals her granny age. They're probably flirting right in her face. Yeah, they are. Girl, you know they are. You know what they was doing. You know what they was doing. They was sitting there flirting with each other, speaking in their language. And she looking at the corner of her eye. She trying to act like she ain't paying no attention. She on her phone like she ain't jealous when she knows she is. They was doing everything in front of her face. Bobby Wilmack, yep, that's his name. If you think you lonely now, wait until tonight. That's the song. She just want this older woman to see he's taking her off the farm. Yep, that's all. I don't understand why she's posting this for everyone to see. TNK, I don't know either. She thought it was something good. That young girl is fine. Oh my God, she's from a U.S. territory, the Virgin Islands of the United States. Yes, she is not. She is not FBA. She is not a Black American. So remember when she used to call herself a Black American? And I used to be like, what? That's like me calling myself a Jamaican or saying I'm from the Virgin Islands. I'm not from the U.S. Virgin Islands. I am not. And I'm not going to claim their culture. I am from the mainland. I'm from the United States of America. I am a Black American. Okay? I'm not claiming nobody. So don't come trying to claim our stuff and say you one of us and you not one of us. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't appropriate our culture. Don't try to. And you over there tripping like that. You over there chasing little boys and jiggling, jangling when you walk and hipping and hopping and you won't even come get no help. Girl, bye. That's what Nana suggested. She built a small. Yeah, she need to be. That would have been nice, that little bungalow. You know, the little bungalows in Africa are real nice. That's what the last house I was in was a bungalow. And that was really nice. Somebody sent Kenza some functioning roses. What? What? Definitely not FBA. No, she's not. She needs meta glasses. She need more than that, honey. All right, y'all. I think we at the end. Yep. Thanks for joining us. We almost there. Thanks for joining us for Kiki Loves Nigeria. I hope y'all enjoyed our chat because the chat be jumping. I told y'all the chat be jumping. It's I'm doing one thing and the chat doing their thing. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't. And guess what? You know, I'm off this week coming up because it's spring break. So you got to subscribe because you never know when I'm going to go live, honey. And I got some stories. I told y'all we got a member of our community who is accused of scamming. And this one's going to break my heart because y'all going to say, Kiki, we told you. We told you, Kiki, but you wouldn't listen. So that's coming up this week. Black Acres, they're coming up this week. Did the juju backfire on Black Acres? It's been 4 years since they tried to cast that spell on me. Did the juju fire? Did the juju backfire? Because remember, they called themselves putting a spell on me to destroy me. But did the spell backfire on them? We're going to talk about that too this week coming up. So please make sure you subscribe. And it was something else. It was I got another story about a really nice person, my friend's dad. I'm going to do his story too. He was scammed in Ghana. So we're going to talk about that also. All right. So I got some good stories coming up. So make sure you subscribe because I'm going to get them in next week. This week coming up. By the way, ES has asked why she never came to Kenya. She said she had the nerve to say it's because no one invited her. The barefaced lies. Stand there. Oh, I forgot. She is in Kenya. Oh, girl. She done followed you there. Right. We want. Hey, stand there. I'm gonna be in touch with you this week, okay? Because I'm off. Right. We want to see the environment. Yeah, we do. The house is for her, Shorty, and it's right. It is not for her. The house is, but you know what? That she ain't gonna live in that house long. And like he said, her grandkids won't be there. Her sons won't be there. None of them will be there. Yes, I think it's an older video. I think I remember hearing parts of them that months ago. Okay, so who was it, Sassy? Tell me about it. Who were they? I'm originally from the Caribbean, so I do too. You do too what, user? Well, you do to what? She's way older than 50s. Honey, she sure is. They have good seamstresses there. I'd be happy. Thank you, T&K. And it's cheap. It is. You can go to the market and get dresses. I mean, she don't have to dress like that, y'all. No grown man comes to work on her You notice that either. They're all small boys. She loves to surround herself. Did y'all see the video when she was living in that apartment? When her and Super Shorty and his friend went out to dinner? Oh, I'm going to try to find that one so I can show y'all that one. That one was really just disturbing. She was out with 2 little kids. Oh, it was sad. If she was in a country clubs, etc., she would meet sensible men. That right. She doesn't go. That's what I'm telling you. Blair Luna is out. She doesn't go to stuff like that. She doesn't do stuff like that. She goes where kids are. I feel sorry for her. I'm from the same place she's from. Oh, you do, Edith. I feel sorry for her too. But she be making me mad, Edith, because she be wanting to talk trash. You know, she be trying to talk trash. And I'm like, how you going to talk trash and you being played by a 20-year-old and we only trying to tell you. We only trying to help you. But you want to get over here and try to get smart with us. So after a while, I'll just be like, girl, forget you. You're going to get what you give. I feel sorry for her. I think she knows a lot. she does. It's wrong, but she doesn't know how to get out. Oh, you think she just don't know how to get out? Oh, that's really sad. Didn't they take the girl and the baby? Yep, you remember that, to the mall in the past? Yep, that's Super Shorty's wife and baby. I think so too. That baby is a new baby. I remember Super Shorty was gone for a long time. That boy, and see, certain things they have to do, they do with certain points in their life. You know what I mean? So he's at the point, he's almost 30. That's the time when they get married, late 20s, 30s. He's going into his 30s. He got money now. He got a car now. He got land now. He's ready to be married. And he ain't going, Kenza is nothing. Kenza's the come up. And the wife going to go along with that. I love the light-skinned woman was in the 1950s. All of the male celebrities at that time had a Lena Horne-looking wife. Really? Feel really sorry for Kenza. She's been totally played. Yep, stand there. She sure has. Fiona, similarity. We could see that something wasn't right with the Mandinka family. We sure did. We knew that wasn't right. You can feel it, y'all. I knew it wasn't, because you know how I knew the Mandinka family wasn't right? The way he was letting her run around with them clothes on like that. Because they don't let you dress like that. They don't let you wear revealing clothes like that. If they love you and care about you, they don't want nobody else to see you. Like they want you covered up. They don't want no man looking at you and lusting over you. And the way he would let her go out and the way he was drinking, I was like, oh, this dude ain't serious about her. This is just a game. Oh, well, thank you, MSMJ. New subscriber. Well, welcome to our community. We have fun and we learn a lot. Shorty will never allow that, not at this point in the game. Welcome to the School of Life, TNK says. The only way that Kenza can overcome this situation is to stop seeing this guy intimately, and just focus on business only. But there is no business, user. There's no business. There's no business. That's all a lie, honey. There's no business. This selling this land stuff, leasing, getting people to lease this land, that's so he can have a job and he can make money. He even tells you in one of his businesses, in one of his videos, to contact him for the land deals. To contact him. So there's no business. She's just lying, saying that there's a business. There's no business. That's her boyfriend. That's it, and that's all. She's working herself into a frenzy. You see that? A frizzle. What does he do besides drive her around occasionally? He waters the flowers and he waters the vegetables. Oh, yeah, that's Kenda's birthday. Singing even was hilarious. Yeah, it was hilarious. What? Remember that? Wasn't that funny? When she made them sing happy birthday to her. That video was hilarious. She had all, and then she had no place for them people to sit in the house. Remember that? Kenza has darkened being over there, and that she is Super Shorty will be the same complexion soon, girl. She gonna be mad at you for that. Bumpster. She gonna be really mad about that. She probably does have Arrested Development. She does. But she thinks she's light-skinned, honey. Yes, but she has no self-respect, so why should he respect her? Exactly. And that's why he's talking like that, because that's what he said. She don't have no respect. Why should I have some respect? She know it's all about the box. So why can't I say it? That's exactly right. I believe there's something wrong with her. It's not being funny. It is something. She's slow. I think she kind of slow. His mom pretends, his mom pretends to like her, calling her Abina, my in-law, and Kenza is older than his mom. She definitely wants grandchildren. Just pray for her, everyone. Exactly. Because the mom will be the mom and the grandma will be the ones doing the dirt. Exactly. And you know that mom can't stand her. They using her. And that's it. And that's all. And she got mad when the mom came there. Because remember, she said they was eating up her food. Sassy says unnecessary. MSMJ says, I hate any man referring to oh my gosh, listen to how he's speaking about her. No, because she don't have no respect for herself. Okay, so we got all that. Now let me go down here and get these last ones and then we go. The red fast car is the biggest red flag. Yep, stand there. And that's what she call it, the fast car. She need to use phone translator. They may have been plotting to be rid of her in her face. And she don't even know it. And they probably are. Hop on the bus, Gus. Yep. There's 50 ways to leave your lover. It sure is. Thanks, Kiki. Love the chat this evening. Yeah, honey, they are funny. Hey, Kiki, a chat room just in. Glad to get the live. Hey, Auntie. Spring break. Yeah, honey, we're going to be breaking too. We're going to be spring breaking over here on the live. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to this. All right, y'all, that's all we got for tonight. I'll be back officially Tuesday, but I might come back before that. I might come back on Monday. It just depends on how this information come in to me. All right, because remember, I got to tell y'all about this breaking news about what's going on in our community with this scammer who was our friend. And now he's being accused of scamming. And I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt. All right, y'all. So we're going to be in touch. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. And please make sure you like our video. I hope you had fun tonight because I did. And I hope you were informed because I was. All right. And Lynette says, I'm glad I caught the live. I love you and your content. Good night. I love you too. All right. Good night. I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, thank you, DJT. See y'all later. Bye-bye.